Hey everyone, this week's episode of J.J.J Connections is brought to you by Audible. Audible is offering our listeners a free audiobook with a 30-day trial membership. You just go to audibletrial.com/getconnected. You can browse the unmatched selection of audio programs. It's that easy. Just go to audibletrial.com/getconnected to get started today. Enjoy the show. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to J&J Connections. I just startled Jeff. Say hi.
Hey.
And we have a special guest host today, the third J of the show, Josh.
I was also startled, but I guess not enough to make an announcement.
Well, your
Jeff
name's
goes
you're
first.
third.
Yeah, you're third.
I'm just saying, I was
You're
equally
third.
Be
startled.
honored you're here.
Yeah, please, Josh. So, hi,
We don't have people on
everyone.
the show. They're so disrespectful.
I know, right? This is our last guest host. Sorry, people
Except
who
for
are
the
gonna
Toy
be-
Story episode
and Dora the Explorer.
and Aladdin that we're still supposed to do.
We're
Star
doing
Wars.
Aladdin.
Star Wars is like
That's-
8 months from now.
It's coming.
It is not. It is like 5 months from now.
Well, we're doing it in January, so yeah, you gotta.
So 6 months from now. Okay. Hey, don't spoil it. We're doing it in January.
Math is hard. Math is.
We've been anyway.
Welcome back,
Hey,
everyone.
guys.
Welcome back to the show.
Immediately a shit show.
Well, since we
Welcome to
have
J&J.
since we have a guest here, we all know what that means.
That means it's time for some spoiler pull fan zone. I got it right. All right. It's been a minute for me.
You named it.
I know. It's a big name, all right?
So, Josh, you want to tell them what movie we're doing this week?
We're doing Spider-Man, Far From Home. For all you cool kids out there, that's the second Spider-Man movie of the third segment of Spider-Man's. So we're not doing Doc Ock. We're not doing
Spoiler alert.
Electro or
Spoiler
Shocker.
alert.
Or Green Goblin.
He was Electro. in
It
that
was
movie.
Electro, right?
Yeah, Electro.
It was
We're
Electro.
dealing with the newest second Spider-Man movie.
Mysterio.
Oh, spoiler alert too.
Spoiler alert. So, guys, this is a big spoiler warning. This show is all about Spider-Man Far From Home. So, if you haven't seen it yet, leave, go watch the movie, and then come back and
You
listen.
need to know that
this.
Tony Stark died for this movie, though.
Yeah, you really need to know that Tony Stark died.
I didn't make that connection.
Like a lot.
He's
And
only
Vision.
plastered.
Don't forget Vision.
Oh,
died.
Vision, Captain America, and
Black Widow.
Natasha, Black Widow. Yeah,
Those
they're
are the
all
only ones
dead.
they showed in the opening, right? For some reason, I think there's a fifth one, but I don't.
No, I think that's right.
It's just the
And
fourth.
Thanos.
Okay.
Thanos died too.
Thanos is dead. Yeah, he got snapped away and had his head.
Spoiler alert!
Spoiler alert.
By Tony Stark. Ugh.
All right. Well, now that we got the spoilers out of the way,
No,
Jeff,
not all of them.
Josh, it's time to get connected. Whoa!
Into.
To the spoiler pull fan zone.
I didn't realize that Jared does like hand motions because his nose is a podcast.
Yo, we do
like,
so many
Yeah, we
movements
do
when we talk.
like when I
Being
do
here is
like
awesome.
I do r/pending.
Yeah.
Spoiler zone. Fan pull.
we do things all the time. We're
Yeah.
always like when we say we're holding hands, we actually hold hands.
Yeah, we'll just be like, oh, yeah, and then we'll be like, we're holding hands right now.
Yeah, whenever we say we're doing
Yeah.
something, we're legit
There's a
doing
lot
it.
of. There's a lot of. That's why I'm always bumping my mic like right now.
You can hear it in the last episode too, by the way.
Can you?
That one time you hit the
it's so
mic,
bad.
I hit it
It's
fucking
so bad.
hard.
it's the one time you ever heard it. Because usually I don't hear it when you
Yeah.
hit it. No, I hear. It's the boom. Everybody, go back to that episode 25, Independence Day, my birthday episode.
The Independence Day episode.
Oh, that movie
Independence
was so
Day.
bad.
Yeah, it was
Independence
really bad.
Day. We're not here to talk about that
That's
one.
right.
though.
We're here to talk about Spider-Man: Homecoming, Far From Home.
Whoop, okay. So, all of our questions today are sent in by High School Amanda. That's my High School Amanda friend.
Yes, yes.
not to get mixed up with College Amanda.
Yes.
So, High School Amanda, Hannah, Aaron, me, Josh, Nikki, Jared, and Tyler that Jared was so mean to last week. But he
remember
forgives you.
talking-
He says he was okay with it. He thought it was funny.
Oh, yay. Tyler, my dog.
Yeah, but-
my guy, Tyler.
But he sent in a question this week for us.
He did? Oh, that's so nice of him. Thank you, Tyler, who
hope
I've known
it's-
about this entire time.
I hope it's just like,
You've met him. You even said you. Do you not actually remember meeting him? It was before I saw How to Train Your Dragon. You were at
So what's the first question?
Oh God!
I hope Tyler's question isn't a real question. She's like, "Hey, Jared."
Fuck you, Jared.
It's a call out.
All right. So the first question is, what are your thoughts on the snap being called the blip?
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. It's way better than the snap.
Okay, so actually, check this out. The snap and the blip are different. Are we talking because we got the snap, which is the Infinity War snap,
Right.
and then the blip is the return snap. So not to confuse it. So
There are technically 2 snaps, but the way they talk about the blip, it's when everyone disappeared. The blip is the time period from when they disappeared into when they come back.
see, I thought the blip was the action of coming back.
No, the blip.
No.
If you watch when they talk about it, they talk about the 5-year difference.
Yeah, because
they
the-
call the
the normies don't know.
Happy's, this is my blip goatee.
Yeah.
because people don't because normal people don't know that Thanos just snapped everybody away.
That's
Yeah,
true.
people don't
That's
realize
true.
that.
Yeah, that's
They
why
just
they
think
call
it
it.
was
That's
like
why they don't
the
call it the
wrath of
snap. They call it
God.
they call it the
Oh,
blip.
It's the fallen.
The rapture.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, with that new information,
When they first said it, when we saw it, it really hit me the wrong way. I was like, "The fuck."
I chuckled. I was like, okay.
Well, yeah, I think we both laughed.
Yeah.
It was like such a stupid thing to call it,
But
like,
it makes sense to me.
It does make sense because to them, they don't know that like some alien dude just is
Right.
like, "Hey, I got 6 little magic stones.
Yeah.
Fuck y'all."
Like most people on Earth don't even know that there's a Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, why would you?
Well, they know
'Cause
the
they're
Avengers.
fucking
They just know the Avengers.
Yeah, they only know the Avengers, Earth's mightiest heroes.
Yeah.
Not anywhere else.
Yeah.
Just Earth.
Yeah.
Earth.
EARF.
What were your thoughts on the blip besides you being wrong about what it was? Welcome to J&J.
Yeah. Wow, like right
Pour
on
one out.
You poured on the laptop. And it
Well,
explodes.
now that I understand, I think it's like the whole thing with this movie is it hits you the wrong way at first. Like,
Wow, I thought that opening was hilarious.
so that was the thing. I was not prepared for like Whitney Houston to just be singing.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, oh, this is the high school news
That's right. It
station.
was Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, I wasn't ready for that. And then when they go into it,
Well,
and then
it's
the whole
it's
blip,
it's supposed to be how like Homecoming opened up with Peter Parker's home footage of him going
Yeah.
to Germany in Civil War.
Yeah.
So this was supposed to open up with another home
Yeah.
footage type thing.
And
But-
instead, it was
A high school.
which I was in television production in high
Picture
school.
of his vision
And
was so random.
It's so blurry too. But seeing the student production just brought me back to high
Yeah.
school, and I was like, I would have fucking made something like that. Yeah.
yeah, no, it was. I thought it was a perfect way to like recap and explain.
I think it
Yeah.
was a fun way to recap the tragedies that just happened in the last 2 movies and how everyone's been. Don't hit the whole table this time, please.
Sorry.
To
My foot
change
was caught in the cord.
to change how like everything that happened into like a funnier tone into
Yeah.
Spider-Man because I don't think that they didn't want Far From Home to be some sad movie again.
I mean, it
No,
was sad.
I mean,
Parts
They
of it.
remind you of Tony Stark every like 15 minutes.
Only every 15 though.
the
been
funniest
every
thing
5.
about the returning of the blip, it was the marching band. when they
Yes.
showed up.
Yes.
I thought that was
Wait,
In the middle of a basketball game.
When they're showing how everyone
I was like,
blipped,
yeah, so
when
he
everyone
disappeared
blipped
and then
back,
he came back,
and
yeah.
everyone's like in the spot they were when they blipped away. That was
Yeah.
kind of cool though.
Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine people that were like in a plane when they got blipped away?
Well, see, we were actually talking about this
Because that plane did crash. The helicopter crashed too.
Yeah.
When the Hulk brought them all back, they made sure it's like bring everyone back safe. So it's like if they were in a safe location.
Did he say that?
I'm pretty sure him and Tony were like, "Hey, remember, everyone."
Tony said, "Bring everybody back to this moment."
Bring
Yeah,
everyone
don't
back.
change anything that's happened. Just bring everyone back.
To this moment.
But I'm pretty sure the Hulk was like,
All right, guys, we'll be right back. We're
Safe
gonna go watch
and sound.
Endgame again.
Time out.
safe. Because like I had the same thought. Imagine like when they disappeared, like their car crashed.
Yeah.
It's like so let's say that car ends up at like an impound. You snap back and you're
And
like
there's suddenly
you're in the car like
Like, what
Well,
the
no, you would be in the middle of the road. Because if you brought back to the exact moment where you were when you snapped away, you'd be in the middle of the road.
That's true. So I think he probably did bring them all back safely.
I have a question that's
Except
not
for
on the
that
list
marching
real
band.
fast.
Huh.
It's kind of an endgame type question though, but it goes
a
with
little
this.
late for that.
No, because it'll take place in this.
it's never too late. I just rewatched
Do you think-
Endgame like 2 weeks.
Do you
ago.
think it would be more dramatic when everyone gets blipped away, or when all of a sudden everyone blips back all of a sudden? What do you think would have been more? Wow.
that was not far enough away from the mic?
I put him a finger.
It's okay. We'll cut it out.
We'll cut it out. Yeah, I know you're not. I'm sorry, everyone.
No, what do you think? What do you think would be a little bit more traumatizing? Because, like, example, the teacher talked about how his wife pretended to blip away.
Yeah.
And they had the funeral and everything,
and
but
then
she
now
really
that
just
she's
ran
back,
off.
now
No,
she's
she really
back.
just ran off
Yeah.
and got married with somebody else.
Or
And
like
he had the
what,
video and he
what
wanted
Aunt
to show
May
Peter.
said about how she blipped into her apartment,
But it was no
and it was a
longer her
new,
apartment.
it was a new
Yeah.
family living there.
Yeah.
Well, that was our question for Endgame: is what happened to the families that have like moved on?
Well, we didn't know.
Yeah.
Now we know.
Now we know they just fucking
I mean,
came
They
back.
just moved on.
I do think it caused some issues at home, but
Yeah.
Well, like, because that one kid was like, yeah, my younger brother's now my older brother.
yeah, which is just weird.
The whole
I kind of like
the
that,
whole
though.
like Brad Davis character was
Yeah.
just like, no way, is he in the same grade? But yeah, no, it was.
Yeah, like I can't believe he was like a little kid just like not too long ago.
Yeah.
He was trying to hook
Yeah.
up with Zendaya. How dare he?
MJ.
MJ, that's what I said.
Let's get into character names.
Zendaya.
But I don't know. I feel like it would be like more traumatizing when they came back.
Yeah.
Because you already went through the grieving period.
Exactly. It's been 5 years. You've moved on.
And then all of a sudden, this person's back in your fucking life.
It's like in-
what if you were about to get married and like your fiance got snapped away? So then you decided to get married to somebody else, but then they snap back at the wedding.
In the
Okay,
wedding dress.
Here we go. Here we go. So, say this dude's fiance snapped away, and this girl's fiance snapped away. So the two of them were like, "Oh, let's get married," and then the fiancés both got snapped back. So it's just a quick double wedding.
No, I don't think it works that way.
No, I don't.
I'm pretty
I don't
sure
think humans don't work that way.
Yeah, yeah, but I don't know. I
This
feel like
is
I feel like it would
just
probably be worse if they got snapped back in a way.
I mean, it'd be
This-
like seeing a ghost almost.
Have any of you guys ever seen Castaway?
Yeah.
Same premise. When he comes back from the island and what's her face has moved on and remarried. It's the exact same
True.
thing.
Same thing.
It's the exact same thing.
You know, half the population, one Tom Hanks.
One time. I mean, that makes up for half the population.
I mean-
you'll find it out in our Toy Story special.
All right, let's go on to the next question. Did you like it?
Yes,
I liked it.
I liked
Oh,
it.
I loved it.
Going into it, critics were saying that it wasn't good and that it couldn't hold a candle to Endgame. Which, first of all, fuck you.
We're not
critics.
trying to hold a candle to Endgame.
Exactly.
I mean-
you can't compare the culmination
Which,
of 22
Personally,
movies to
I
a
like
single Spider-Man.
I like Infinity War better than Endgame.
I don't
personally.
know your guys' thoughts on Ant-Man and the Wasp, but they were saying the same thing after that, after Infinity War came out. But like, it was a fun.
Oh, Ant-Man and the
solid
Wasp is a great
solo
movie.
Yeah, but people don't like the Ant-Man series because I think they're stupid. That's why people
Yeah,
criticize
so
them
it's
so
like
hard.
they're comparing,
Apples and oranges.
yeah. But with this one felt more like the comics than anything I've seen so far.
This
Like, it
one,
just-
I know it's supposed to be the end of Phase 4, but it's the start, or the end of Phase 3, excuse me.
Yes.
But I feel like it's more like a start to
It should have
Phase
been the
4.
start of Phase 4. That's
Because
what it should have been.
like the whole theme of the movie is Peter coming into his own.
Yeah.
Iron Man's gone. He has to be the next Iron Man, quote unquote. He has to become his own hero. And throughout the movie, he ends up becoming his own hero when he's like making the suit and everything. Which that fucking scene.
Oh my God.
That scene. Like, we all felt the way Happy felt when he turned on the music and we're, oh.
Happy is just like such a proud dad in this
Yeah,
movie.
I know. He's like a proud stepfather.
He didn't even,
Step
and they didn't
uncle.
even, they didn't even like
Step-uncle.
yell at him for the Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, I love Led Zeppelin.
It was AC/DC, right?
Oh,
that they
yeah.
played? Yeah, okay.
AC/DC. Yeah.
And it's the same one that Tony plays when
It's-
he's building
it's like the-
Mark whatever in Iron Man 3, right?
Well, it's like the OG Tony Stark song.
Yeah, I think
It's one of
from-
them.
I think it was from Iron Man 1.
Like
wasn't
when he shows up in the first Avengers in Germany, I'm pretty sure he takes over the sound system and uses that song. Or he uses another AC/DC song, but
It's the Tony Stark one, but he definitely uses it during one of this. I think it's the beginning of Iron Man 3 when he's building the suit that
Mark 23?
Mark 23 that flips onto him when he flips his wrist.
Yeah, when he injected himself with all that
Yeah,
stuff.
he was playing that, wasn't he?
Yeah.
'Cause
No,
he starts doing the dance. He starts doing
a
the.
Christmas song because it was Christmas time.
Which one does he do the dance to?
He does the dance to the Christmas song,
All right,
He does.
but
Well,
it's like December, so
well, I know that one takes place
Yeah.
at Christmas. 'Cause
Yeah,
that was a
so-
Christmas movie.
he wasn't playing AC/DC during that.
When did he play that song then?
I'm pretty sure it's Iron Man 1.
Is it during Iron Man 1
When
when
he
he's building
was-
Mark 2?
when he
When he was
literally,
building Mark II. Yeah, once he
first
finally
flight
gets- yeah.
suit and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he's like coloring it. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
his best,
Yeah.
like some of his best moments are right there when he's building. He's like, no, make it gold and hot rod red. He's like, play me some building music. and
Subtle.
shit. Yes. Rest in peace, Jarvis.
Yeah, he is dead.
Yeah.
Well, Jarvis has been dead since Age of Ultron.
No, he
technically.
lived on in Vision.
Vision was a combo.
I mean,
Yeah.
what's
But it was the same voice actors.
what's stopping like? Well, I mean, now besides the fact that he's dead, but just like, oh yeah, I have a backup Jarvis. It's just
Well, he
Jarvis.
did. It's called Friday.
No, but I'm saying like, what's stopping him from just
Because Tony doesn't.
Because Jarvis was an AI, technically.
Yeah.
Tony a one man?
Well, no, he wasn't AI. He wasn't an AI. He was a program because Ultron was the AI.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, you don't think he had multiple?
No,
programs?
he had Friday.
He has multiple programs.
Just not multiple Jarvises.
That's upsetting. We need to bring back Jarvis.
Well, now he's got Edith.
Well, he doesn't have Edith.
No one has Edith.
The new Iron Man has Edith.
Didn't they
Okay, now
break-
you're
didn't
just
the
making
glasses break?
speculations.
Does
No.
he get the glasses back at the end?
Yes, he does.
He gets the glasses.
Yeah, he gets the
Spoiler
glasses
alert.
back. Yeah, spoiler alert. At the end of the movie, he
it's all
gets the
about
glasses back from
glasses.
Mysterio.
Oh, yeah,
who's
we're
the villain.
talking
Spoiler
about a
alert.
movie. Yeah, we should probably go back to Spider-Man
Yeah, we
rather than
probably
talking
should.
about Iron
We
Man.
probably
right?
should.
See,
Hey,
he's
guys.
everywhere.
Who thought
you
that
guys are
Mysterio was the
concerned.
villain? Huh? Spoiler alert. Anyone?
Okay, so the next question is, where would you rank this Spider-Man movie in comparison to other Spider-Man movies?
Oh, bottom.
The bottom?
Yeah.
Like Power Bottom.
Huh? Worst of them all. You can't touch Toby McMuffin.
So it's the Garfield movies are better than
Yeah. Andy Garfunkel, that's top tier. Right next to Toby McMuffin.
Do you just not like Tom Holland?
No, I love Tom Holland.
So
No,
where
this
would you
one-
rank this movie?
I was making a joke.
You were pretty damn serious.
Very dry. Very.
I know, I'm getting there. I've got that Kyle status. Shout out to Kyle. This one's up there. I really do like this one. I might put it as my favorite Spider-Man movie.
Are we including like
Any Spider-Man.
like
movie.
Spider-Verse and all that?
Oh, are we including Spider-Verse?
No,
No.
the mainstream Spider-Man movies.
The live action. Toby McMuffin, Andy Garfunkel, and Tom Hollandaise.
Hollandaise.
Hollandaise,
I like
that's
that
it.
one.
Yeah. Tom
Yeah,
Hol-
no, I think as far as solo Spider-Man movies, this one might actually become number one Spider-Man movie because, like, Homecoming was great,
Yeah.
but I felt like it was still piggybacking off the other Avengers.
Yeah. Well, see, that's what I was saying earlier. That's what I really like about this is that Peter is becoming his own hero.
Yeah.
And that's what this one has the most growth for him.
Yeah.
Like this one has his highest highs and his lowest lows.
Although,
When he got hit by that fucking train.
oh my god, oh my goodness,
And he's in the middle of like a prison crying and like he's just beat to hell.
so when he's on the bridge and he has his little made-up shield and his
Yeah.
little, I was like, oh, he's trying to be captain.
And to be Captain and Thor. Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Captain help.
Shit, that's right, my B.
So, like,
That's right, spoiler alert for end of Endgame.
it's like, yeah, he's trying to be his own, but he's like, these are the role models I have. They're-
Yeah,
it's the
exactly. He's
Avengers, so I'm gonna
learned
do-
from
Yeah.
his predecessors. And see that's what I'm saying. Like this version, this Spider-Man that we have now is best Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Andrew Garfield was good.
Well, we have a
as
question about comparing
Spider-Man.
them. Let's not compare them just yet.
Oh, okay.
We have a question about that later.
Okay.
So, continue about ranking this one. We're just
Best.
ranking the movies right now.
Best.
Yeah. 5 stars.
Yeah, 5 stars. 10 out of 10.
That was the best
Highly
one.
recommend. Why? What is your best one?
I really like Iron Man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You like it that much, huh?
I like Spider-Man 2 a lot.
Spider-Man. That one was a
It's
good
Spider-Man
one.
too.
No, Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man.
This is Spider-Man 2.3.
Spider-Man goddamn 2.
You like the Doc Ock?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. It's tough, isn't it?
I'll put this
I
over
never
here.
hit anything.
Because you don't move.
I don't.
You're soulless. You just sit there like a lump, and you make noises occasionally.
I did just
so-
rewatch like the OG Spider-Man trilogies.
Spider-Man 2 is really good.
Some of them hold up. Even some moments in the third one, which is like arguably the worst.
I mean, that's
What
the one that
movie?
killed it.
The third one.
What's that? They were supposed to be 4.
Yeah,
It
and
was supposed
3
to
was
be
so bad that they ended it.
Yeah.
And they're like, let's just start out fresh with Andrew
I
Garfield.
mean, what you guys don't like? You know, like
The
golf.
snapping by.
And Venom.
Ooh, that was the best Venom. Let's rank Venoms. Venom from Spider-Man 3 or Venom from the Venom movie?
I gotta go with Spider-Man 3 Venom.
Played by Topher.
I I mean, when I think of Eddie Brock, I just think small, skinny white boy named Topher.
Oh, without a paddle. That's the one we couldn't remember that we did.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yay.
We were talking
Seth
about
Green, small, skinny white guy.
Seth Green. Oh yeah, he's in that. So Shaggy.
Isn't Topher in it too?
No.
Is Topher? No, Topher's
No.
not in it.
I thought he was. What movie? Oh, he was in Valentine's Day.
Yes, he was in Valentine's Day.
That's right. He was the one who got
in
fucked
Spider-Man
over,
3.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in Spider-Man 3.
No, Tom Hardy's Venom was awesome. The movie itself was like sort of.
Huh?
We're not talking about
You literally brought up Venom.
Yeah.
I was making fun of Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, for Venom.
Yeah.
It's called keeping a conversation.
Yeah. Yeah, please, Jeff, learn from Josh.
Oh.
So, guys, going forward, Josh and I will be your hosts, and Jeff will be our.
Nothing. You have to get all this
Sound
stuff
guy.
all over again.
Sound
No,
guy.
Jeff is our producer/editor.
Ooh, producer. You got that producing
Producer
money.
status.
I just
boy.
cut myself in the whole time.
Producer status, boy.
He's just gonna edit us, and he's just gonna be. I'm like, these guys are dicks. Worse.
Pause. The joke Jared's about to make is not funny. Play.
Oh man, it's just like Deadpooling the podcast.
Our podcasts are just cameos of Jeff.
All right. So
Oh, that's a question.
before we get into what?
How do we feel about the first Marvel movie not having a cameo?
To be honest, I didn't even realize it until
I didn't
was
realize it till the
walking
end
out.
either.
And once it ended, I
Yeah.
was like, oh.
I think my comment was that they didn't put the Stan Lee tribute thing at the beginning again. Like at the beginning of Captain Marvel when it was all the Stan
Yeah,
Lees.
that was intense.
But I don't think they have that at the beginning of Endgame. If I remember correctly.
I think it was
no,
just
it was
Captain
just
Marvel,
for Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
which is kind of annoying.
Well, I mean,
But-
he had just died. Before,
I know,
before
but they
Captain
should have
Well,
at least
also-
finished Phase 3 with
Well,
that.
they with Endgame when they re-released it, they had like a whole Stan Lee thing,
Marvel. Right.
Yeah, they do have a little
Yeah,
Stanley
at the end,
memoir thing.
which was that was intense. But I was kind of glad that they weren't doing
They weren't milking it too
they
much.
weren't milking it, because then it's just sort of like
Right.
Well, see, now that I think I've talked about this before. Now that Fox owns the X-Men, or excuse
Cool.
me, now that Disney owns
Disney
Fox,
owns the X-Men,
Disney owns
yeah.
Fox. My bad. Now that Disney owns Fox, they should make any cameos done by Deadpool.
yeah.
That would
That'd be
be
funny.
that's like the only thing that could replace Stan Lee is having Ryan Reynolds Deadpool.
But like the weird thing is, like, I didn't feel like wronged. Like I
Yeah.
watched the movie like, oh wait, where's Stan Lee? It was just sort of like, this movie doesn't have a cameo. It's cool
Because we
It-
had a better cameo, but
it-
we'll get to that later.
It flows. It flows.
What?
The better cameo? At the end of the movie?
There's a better cameo.
The one that everybody celebrated.
Oh, the 1, 2, 3 syllable. The
Yes.
J, yeah.
What?
Oh, we'll get to it later. Anyway, we're going to go on to the next question while Jared's all confused.
What
Come
the
on,
fuck
man.
are we? Oh, duh! Yes. I was like, wait. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah?
I freaked the fuck. I stood up.
Everyone freaked out.
Yeah, I
I'm
like.
sure the guy behind you really appreciated
We were
it.
in the back row. Oh, no, we weren't.
No, we weren't. I stood up and I heard a.
I clapped. I was
Yeah,
like,
I was.
clapped.
Like, oh my god, that was so amazing. We'll talk
clapped.
about it later, though.
Well, I have a comment.
have to
I have a
speak in-
comment about that part too.
We have to speak in code until it shows up.
format.
So the next question
Spoiler alert,
is
J.J.J.
why oh why didn't they use the original Spider-Man theme that made the trailer so fun in the actual movie?
You know, I really like that. Like from the trailer that they had that orchestra Spider-Man theme.
But where
which
would they put it in the movie?
during the climactic battle, or when he comes like
But
flying
it's
in?
not a battle. Maybe
when he comes jumping off the plane and he's soaring
he could have.
down.
They could have done it then.
They could have done it then.
That's
and
like
I
the
think
only
that would have
time.
made it so much more hype.
That would have been like the only time though.
I don't know. I think like as far as soundtrack and music choice, the Spider-Man song is like one of those most unique Marvel songs. But also, it's like a 30-second clip. You know.
Yeah, but it would have been perfect for that skydiving scene with the little spider parachute.
I
Spoiler
think
alert.
that I just also think that would take away the intensity of the scene, because like
Yeah,
It's
I
just-
think
it's
whatever
like
they
a
picked. I don't.
kiddie-
I
it's
don't
like a
think that
kiddish
theme would have
song.
fit anywhere in the movie. I personally don't. In the credits, yes.
yeah, like in Homecoming when they used it over the Marvel Studios.
Yeah, at the beginning they
worked
could have.
yeah,
perfect.
okay, that
They could have worked at the
yeah.
beginning or in the credits, but I don't
Yeah.
think it would have actually fit inside the movie. I love the theme. I love that song,
I really like it.
but
But,
I
I
don't
mean-
think it would have fit inside.
Yeah.
the
Marvel does a
movie.
really good job with their music. The
Yeah.
orchestra
Oh,
that they
yeah.
have doing all this shit, bravo.
Yeah, so there's a reason why I wasn't in the movie. So anyway, so before we get into like Far From Home
Coming.
type
Yes.
stuff. Let's get into the last one of these. Who's your favorite Spider-Man? Toby, Andrew, or Tom? And why? Who wants to go first?
I'll start. Hi, I'm Jared. I've been a fan of Spider-Man.
So in closing, guys, this has been...
No, Tom Holland has become my favorite Spider-Man. When I first saw him, I thought it was kind of cool. He's a lot younger and everything, but I wasn't sure how I felt about him. Because I really liked Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. I feel like he did a good job with that. Except for all of his bitching and moaning when recording. But, I loved, the suit in those movies because they had an actual suit. Whereas in these newer ones, they don't use a suit ever.
Yes,
It's all CG. No.
Oh,
action scenes, it's all
oh.
CGI'd.
Yeah.
Whereas, in The Amazing Spider-Man, when he was flying through, the city and he would, put his arms back, you would see the creases. You would see it blowing in the wind. And that just authenticity of it, that really made me appreciate the Amazing Spider-Man movies. But Tom Holland has become my favorite. He's done it the most, and he does it very well. And he plays both Spider-Man and Peter Parker very well. Whereas
that's the thing.
before,
Yeah, that was
Tobey
my-
Maguire did a great Peter
Yeah.
Parker, not good Spider-Man. Andrew Garfield, great Spider-Man, not good Peter
I guess none of
Parker.
us need to talk
Yeah.
now.
Tom Holland, best of both worlds.
Yeah, and that, I agree, because Toby did a great Peter Parker. He had that awkwardness now.
Yeah, he was
but
the
he
nerd.
couldn't pull off
The
quips.
quips.
The quips and the
cool,
Yeah.
dorky
the-
kind of spider.
Well, I wouldn't say Spider-Man's dorky. I'd say he's more. He comes out with those jabs.
Yeah.
Andrew was good at that because he's a dick, but he's not good at being Peter. His Peter was just whiny.
It's-
Well,
yeah.
I mean, so
Andrew was
So is
just
Andrew
improv.
Garfield.
He was just.
That's what I'm talking about.
improv
Andrew.
all
I'm talking about
those
Andrew. Oh yeah, you mean as a person?
Yeah, as a
Yeah.
person, he's whiny too.
It's just a
Yeah.
whiny one, and he just doesn't pull off.
Well, they
He's
did-
emotion. He's not
They
very
went
good
with
emotional
Skater
range.
Boy
Yeah, it was
for,
just a weird
for
vibe.
Andrew
Yeah,
Garfield.
he didn't
Weird
look like a
vibe.
nerd. He looked like
Yeah.
even because he had the skateboard and everything. He looks like a cool kid who's
Yeah.
trying to be a nerd.
Yeah.
It just didn't work out.
Yeah.
But then when you have Tom, he's the first age appropriate Spider-Man. Well, Tom's 21 or 22, whatever. But he looks like he's fucking 15. Mm-hmm. He's the first
Except for those chiseled abs.
No, a 15-year-old could have that technically. If
Name
you in high school,
15-year-olds that have chiseled abs.
I mean, if you're still
Do it, Jeff.
active in
I'm not
gym,
gonna go on Google and type in chiseled abs 15
chiseled abs 15-year-olds.
But
I mean, I'm pretty sure I had chiseled abs when I was 15.
yeah,
I
I
definitely did.
And
too.
then,
I was in shape because I did track.
I found beer, and that all went
But
out the window.
he
always
but he
a fat
plays
kid.
Tom Holland in general. If you watch any of his interviews, he's an awkward person.
Yeah.
So that's why he plays Peter Parker so well. But he plays Spider-Man so well too because he can say those quick jabs, but the way he delivers the lines just works.
I mean, the reason he's so awkward is because he doesn't know what he's allowed to say, what he's not allowed to say when he's
He's so
getting
funny
interviewed.
when you're watching
Yeah.
the interviews. He's so funny.
His newest, when they were on Kimmel doing the premiere, promoting and all that.
Yeah.
He would just look around. It's like,
Well, because they told them that they
And
couldn't
I-
say something.
yeah,
But then when they were asked a question, none of them knew what to say, and then they got in trouble. Because
Yeah.
if you read the interview, they got in trouble because of it, because it looked like they didn't know anything about the movie.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
And Colby Smulders is just in the back, I'm not saying anything because
Mm-hmm.
I got a good thing going here.
Which one's Colby Smulders?
She plays Agent Hill. Agent Hill.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that is her name, yeah.
Yep.
My bad. Sorry, I didn't see any movie she was in.
She was
She's
in
from
How I Met Your Mother.
Never watched that show.
Oh, you didn't see Avengers?
She's in that movie.
You didn't see Avengers?
Yes, I know. I don't know her name.
You didn't,
God.
You didn't see she in Civil War?
She's not in Civil War. She's in
No, she's in
Infinity
Winter
War,
Soldier.
She's in Winter Soldier. She's in Infinity War for a second. She's in Endgame for a
She's in
second.
the OG Avenger.
She's in Far From Home.
She's in the original.
She's in one of the Iron Mans.
like 2, I think. Iron Man 2.
And she's
I
gonna-
know the character. I just don't
Well, she
know the
star-
actress's name.
What movie does she go to work for? Is it
That's Ultron.
Age of
Wait.
Ultron when she goes to work for Tony?
No, it's after Winter Soldier because Shield collapses.
Yeah, it's after Winter Soldier. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, we're not talking about those movies. We'll just go. We'll do a spoiler zone cinematic journey. We've
were
done the end
You
game.
were
do
concerned about
a-
filling time. Come
A
on.
20-hour episode. Start from Iron Man 1.
It's us live streaming, us sitting there watching all the movies. Our eyes are bleeding.
I'm already crying.
All right, so for anybody who saw the trailers, who's the bad guy, Jared?
Oh, it's the lava monster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
got
And
it.
Hydro Man.
Molten Man
Yeah, Molten Man, and then there's also Hydro Man. the
and
water-
Tornado Man?
Yeah, and a Rock Man.
Yeah, 'cause
Boulder
it's not
Bash.
Sandman.
Not Sand. No,
No.
It's not Sandman. This
There
is
was
Rock Man.
there was no Sandman.
No.
This is
Sandman
Boulder
was from the
Man.
greatest.
So if you know Spider-Man, you know Mysterio's normally a villain.
He's the bad guy.
In the trailer, they try and make it seem like he was a good guy. Now, if anybody tells me that they thought that Mysterio was the good guy, even watching after the trailers, I'm just going to make fun of you. I don't care how serious you try and be and like, oh, I didn't read the comics. I don't fucking care. They didn't point out any other type of bad guys in the movie. Like,
yeah, they didn't show off any villains except for random monsters.
right.
Like they showed a water monster, which they might have construed that as Hydro Man.
I mean, the monsters were the elementals that
Yeah.
Mysterio
But
just
the
created.
Funko Pops.
Whoa.
Spoiler alert.
We're not
bro.
that far yet. We're just talking about Mysterio.
Oh my goodness, guys! You can't.
Just go for it.
Just go for it. We don't care. There's no question about it. You
If
can
we
go
go
for
for
it.
the question
You can
later,
go for it. We just, I
I'm
just want
tired
to
of being held back. Take these chains off me,
okay,
Jeff.
so it can go into the other question that someone asked. What do you think about Mysterio's motives? So you can take it away, Josh.
Okay, so Spider-Man was like one of the first video games I ever played. It was like the first cartoon show. It was a lot of stuff. So,
Are you
like,
talking Spider-Man on the PS1?
I am talking Spider-Man on the PS1.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's a good
So
one.
like from a
Spider-Man
young
2
age,
game. That's Spider-Man 2 game.
The Spider-Man 2 game was good.
that's also a good game when you can finally go on the ground. Yeah.
That is nice.
But
There's
it's
actually
like,
streets.
I knew Mysterio was like, he's a bad dude. That's all there is to it. So through the entire movie, I was just like, when's he gonna turn?
Yeah,
When's it gonna happen?
when's the betrayal?
When's it it's like in Hot Tub Time Machine when they go back and the dude has his arm. Like,
Yeah.
oh, when's he gonna lose the arm?
Yeah.
It's like that. It's like that. I'm just waiting. I know that that's the whole plot of the movie, but it's like, oh, come on.
But then he
Can we do
turned
a
at the
spoiler
most.
zone for Hot Tub Time Machine?
I think we've talked about it.
I know. We need
You're
to do
invited
it.
for that episode now.
We'll do a double feature.
But we they reveal it at the most obvious time in the movie though. Like I really wish they kind of did it a little bit better how they revealed he was the
Yeah.
villain.
Well, it was after he had essentially won when he got
Right,
Edith.
but just the way
handed
you just
over in his
knew
control.
it was coming. Like
Yeah.
you knew.
We knew
Although,
it was coming.
I will
but
say this: it was a strange like approach on Quentin Beck because like in the comics and everything, he's just a bad actor.
Yeah.
And for some reason,
He's just trying to prove
he's
that
just
he
trying to
can
prove that
be
he
an
can do
actor.
things. And like his first thing was blaming Spider-Man for a robbery by dressing up as Spider-Man. And then all of a sudden, like, oh wait, he works for Tony Stark now. He's like really smart dude.
See,
like,
that's the thing we were talking about earlier. Is even after Tony Stark was dead, everything still revolves around Tony Stark.
yeah, it's more his enemy.
Yeah,
That's
like
Iron
I
Man.
made the joke. I'm like, this is like Iron Man 5.
I just
at
feel like
this
his
point.
motives didn't make sense.
Yeah,
Like
well,
they want to control the systems that they built. I get that because it was like him and a bunch of other scientists that worked
yeah,
with Tony
that
Stark.
were basically
That
like
was-
Stark's throwaways.
That was awesome though.
The
When-
throwback scene?
callbacks to
The
everything.
callbacks was like,
Yes.
I just rewatched Iron Man 1 and I was like, shit, that's real. Like, that's the guy.
Yeah, like that's what. See, that was my question. Like, are these the actual actors?
Yeah.
Like, was Jake Gyllenhaal actually in Civil War,
See,
and we
I
had
don't-
no idea?
I don't know about that, but
We have to watch Civil War. Pause.
it's definitely the
What
guy.
scene was it from Civil War?
When
Tony's
when Tony's showing off the
therapy.
turd, the therapy.
Oh, they never show anybody on the side.
They never show
Yeah.
anyone.
They
on
never
the
show
side.
anybody on the
Yeah.
side. Yeah.
But
They just do that, and he does the announcement, and then it says Pepper Potts and gets upset and he leaves.
Yeah.
And then the black woman yells at him that she killed his son.
Yeah.
yeah.
Spoiler alert.
But like that one was like, okay, they just did like
For
the
Age of
Forrest
Ultron.
Gump thing with that, where they just added him onto previous
Yeah.
scenes.
Well, because that was a scene where you don't need to have
yeah,
Robert in there to do it, because you can just like film someone off stage.
yeah. But with the scene with the guy getting yelled at by Obadiah,
Yeah.
That's real.
That's real. I was
Wasn't
like-
there? Did they show another one, or were they just show
I
those
think it was
two?
just those.
I think.
I thought there was a
just-
Civil War one. Oh, that is the Civil War one. I thought there was
Jake
another one.
Gyllenhaal's a Civil.
I thought there was another one.
Was the female scientist?
Yeah,
one?
didn't they show the female one?
Ooh, maybe. I just
Be right back, guys. We're gonna watch it again.
Yeah, hang on, be
I
right
was too like blown away by like, is that real? Like
Yeah.
I was still thinking back to Iron Man during
Yeah.
this movie to see if
Yeah, like, did that really happen? And they're doing, like... it's so amazing.
I mean, the one thing
how
you can say
connected
about
everything
Marvel is they're really good with their contracts and
Yeah.
keeping
But I just felt like
actors.
so to go
for
on
Red Skull.
to go on about wow to go on with
Mr.
well, that was 10 years later. Give him
He was
a break.
still on contract.
Give him a break. To go on with Mysterio, so Mysterio's thing is he makes illusions that look real to destroy things.
But in this...
So in this one, they were using drones to make the illusion, to project the illusions with their projectors,
Yeah. And to
the
cause some
drones,
damage.
yeah, were causing damage, and that's what made them look real. I just feel like, what were they going to do with the program? Did they even say what they were going to do with it? They just wanted to be the greatest superhero, so they're just going to use it
World
to.
domination.
No, they didn't even say that. They just wanted to be the
No,
big. They wanted to be the new Avenger.
They
They
wanted
were-
to be
They wanted to
better
be the
than
new
Iron
Tony
Man.
Stark.
They were
Yeah.
gonna set up like an Avenger level like
they did.
crisis,
So that he
and
could
then
be the new
could show
Tony
up and
Stark.
save it.
But that was
Yeah.
it.
So like,
I don't think they thought that all the way through, since it wasn't. Well, they had the version of the suit that wasn't real, but like when they noticed that it won't fly, like I don't think they thought this all the way through.
Well, I also think it's, it started with just like, yeah, I want to be a good guy, and then because they didn't think it all the way through, and holes started falling through the plot.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, it's like, okay.
Well, now I have to
And
now I have to kill
now
Peter
I gotta
Parker.
kill people and just figure out how this works.
Now I have to kill.
I have to kill like
Yeah, I don't
4
know.
high schoolers.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm gonna do it.
I
I have
just
to
felt
kill
like
the Nick Fury.
I felt like it was just weak. Like it
It
was, a weak.
it was a weak motive.
It was a weak turn. The turn
But
was
I
cool.
mean, that's very
Like,
Mysterio.
Jake did a
Yeah.
great job as Mysterio.
Oh, yeah.
and he did a great job when he kind of like went a little crazy when he turned evil and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Like Jake did a great job.
Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal is a fantastic.
And like the illusions were fucking awesome when
yeah,
when he
yeah.
was like fucking around with Spider-Man and like sending him through all those different rooms and
See,
stuff.
I was really hoping that they wouldn't kill off Jake Gyllenhaal. I was hoping that they would throw him in prison too, so that when he meets up with Vulture and Scorpion and
They've been
Shocker.
teasing the Sinister Six for so long.
That's what I'm saying.
It's never
Here's
gonna
another.
happen.
Here's
I'm so-
another
It was
villain for
supposed
you.
to happen
We're
in
at
the Amazing
4.
Spider-Man
Yeah.
3.
Yeah,
Well,
but
I mean, there's also
R.I.P.
different
Andy Garfunkel.
versions of the Sinister Six.
Yeah.
Like I just read that the director wants to do a Kraven the Hunter
that would be cool.
in the next movie. I'm like, well, he was in one of the Sinister Sixes, so
Yeah.
it's like,
Like, when is the Sinister Six finally going to be in a Spider-Man movie? That has to be like the last Spider-Man movie, right?
It was supposed to be Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, I know, but it didn't.
Do
but
we
then,
even have a?
then you saw Paul Giamatti in a
And the
big-
rhino suit. And
They're like,
they're
no,
like,
kill
you know
it.
what? Well, no.
do we have?
What were we thinking?
Do we have a Norman Osborn yet?
No, we don't have a Harry Osborn either.
We don't
have
have either
Ned.
one of them, right?
We have Ned.
See, I
and
thought
MJ.
Osborn was going to.
We have a
Well,
Flash.
Harry and Peter didn't always go to high school together. I don't think.
No,
I don't think they were ever.
in some
They're
versions-
not always friends.
No, they become friends later on, right? Or there's some versions where they
Sometimes
become
there's
later
some
on.
versions, but Harry always becomes Green Goblin also usually. But then he stops.
Yeah,
Yeah.
In the current run, I
I
think
thought
that's
Norman
happening.
becomes Green Goblin
Norman's Green
They
Goblin.
both do, but
and-
Harry turns into its.
later on.
Yeah.
Like afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
See, I thought Osborn was going to be introduced in this movie somehow. I didn't know how they were going to do it, but I thought
They
he was
haven't
gonna
even
get
mentioned
introduced.
Oscorp yet, right?
No.
No.
Well, so I saw a lot of people were saying how of the Stark Tower Avengers Tower is under construction right now.
That's what it was.
Yeah. And so some people are thinking that it's going to be the Oscorp building, and others are thinking it's going to be Baxter Tower
Yeah.
for the Fantastic Four. Because there's a sign apparently on the construction yard that has the numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4 on it. And the fourth one is like a question mark.
Did anybody else notice at the end, after he drops MJ off, it says, "We're so excited to show you what we have planned."
Yeah.
Anybody see that in the background? It was on the
Very
construction thing,
22 Jump Street-ish.
but it was cute. It was definitely them saying like, "We're so excited for like what's
Yeah.
coming next."
Yeah. Yeah, it was a cute little
Yeah.
nod. But since we're at the ending, can we talk about the cameo?
The one that you didn't remember.
Well, hold on, let's talk about
remember-
Mysterio for a little bit more. We have a couple Mysterio questions. Well,
J.J.J.
Josh destroyed his own question.
What?
What?
Your Sinister Six
Oh.
question.
It's okay.
Because it was really just a thought to remind
Do you guys think someone will become a new Mysterio using the same program since everyone else involved appeared to get away, and they'll create the Sinister Six now that Spider-Man made it personal?
Yes. Yes, I think it's going to be that, I I think it's gonna be that actor that got yelled at in Iron Man 1.
Yeah, the guy
second in
who stole
command.
the program.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah. When he pulls out the flash drive, it's got to be him.
Yeah.
It's got to be him. So
Do you think
R.I.P.
he's
Jake
gonna
Gyllenhaal.
try to be Mysterio or find like a good-looking guy to?
No, he's gonna be. He's like, I'm the hero. Look at me. I'm the hero now.
the world
or
knows
I'm the villain.
The world knows Mysterio's dead.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
now
So I don't think
Mysterio
he'd
is
be-
back.
Well, I mean, the whole point of Mysterio is illusion, so it's
Exactly. So maybe he didn't actually.
Mysterio
die.
does pretend to die in the comics at one point, and then is back.
And then
So-
he abracadabra alakazammed his way.
Because at one
back.
point he gets cancer or something like that, and then he comes back or something.
Like, the other thing is like
There's a lot of crazy stories. About
There's so many storylines with Mysterio in like the original comics.
well, there's a
and
current
all
one.
that.
There's a current new Mysterio one going on right now.
And
The
they're just-
symbiote Spider-Man.
And they're trying to shove like so many things into a 2-hour movie.
Mm-hmm.
Well, apparently Spider-Man 3 is supposed to be a new story that's not in any of the comics.
Right.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what they said. Spider-Man 3 was going to be its own thing.
They just do like the Ferocious Four. It's like, yeah, we almost made it.
The Sinister, all his villains at once.
Sinister 7.
I mean, it'd be cool if they brought Doc Ock into the world.
That would be cool.
But I feel like they're trying to
Imagine, like modern CGI like
Doc, yeah.
Doc
Well,
arms.
I think they're trying to stay away from the ones they've
Previous.
used.
Yeah.
in the-
Because they've used Green Goblin twice.
Which I think that was the problem with The Amazing Spider-Man 2. You can't just rehash the same villain at the beginning of the
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
I mean, even though he's one of his greatest foes,
Yeah.
like,
But I mean, yeah, Green Goblin is such a great villain. Like they eventually have to bring Green Goblin back if they continue with this Spider-Man.
they could use Hobgoblin.
That's true. But it'll be so similar. They're trying to cater to a wider,
Right. Well, that's why they
as
brought
wide of an
Vulture.
audience as possible.
Yeah.
Well, because everyone was concerned about Vulture when they were calling out, like, oh, Vulture's the bad guy in the movie. They're like, oh, it's Vulture. Like, what can he do? They did a good job with him, though.
Yeah, they did a great job. That was Michael Keaton, right?
Yeah, Batman.
Batman.
Batman,
He
that's
only
right.
plays bird characters.
Are bats birds?
Yeah, they have wings.
But are they birds? Oh, Siri.
Here we go. This is when we ask Siri.
Here it is.
Hey, Siri. Are bats considered birds?
Okay, I found this on the web for about
Kid Zone bats.
She's the fucking worst.
Are bats birds?
She's not helpful.
No, she's not. She's the fucking worst. All right, Wonderopolis.org.
That sounds fake.
Have you ever wondered, are bats birds? Are
they marsupials?
Are they mammals? No.
Warm-blooded, right? No.
They're mammals? I'm getting confirmation that bats are mammals. Does that make them a bird? No, that doesn't make them a bird, though.
Ah, there goes my whole
There's like
theory.
a whole conversation. What makes a bat a mammal? For starters, it has fur instead of feathers.
So it's a mammal.
So it's a mammal.
Okay.
Bats also produce milk, which sounds disgusting.
You never had any bat milk?
Oh no.
Well, we'll still
Bruce
get,
Wayne loves it.
he plays.
Bat milk and Count
Here,
Chocula
here.
cereal.
I'll edit what you said, Josh. He plays aviation type.
Yeah, he
There
plays
we go.
flying creature characters.
Birdman.
The next one would be Syndrome or Mysterio.
What?
Syndrome or Mysterio.
You know who Syndrome is, right?
The guy from The Incredibles, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they are very similar if you think about, like...
Wait, are we really talking about the one from Incredibles?
Yeah.
From the first movie.
Think back to Syndrome's motive and everything and what his plan was.
But he doesn't use illusions. He uses real robots.
He uses real robots, but he controls it, and he
I feel
wants
like
to
you
be a
guys are
hero.
Are we really talking about Syndrome from Incredibles 1?
What other syndrome do you know?
I
bitch?
don't know. That's why I'm freaking out.
Yes.
What, we can't have a slightly
Is there a
comical
syndrome?
question?
I'm so confused.
Go, Siri. Ask Siri if this is syndrome.
I can't do it too much. I can't abuse that horrible power. Okay, if we are talking, I feel like I'm like getting punked right now. Jeff, stop looking at me like that.
Nah, we got you. No, I'm kidding. We're really talking.
We're
about
really
it.
talking about Syndrome.
Yes.
Oh my God.
For the 5th time.
Okay.
This guy. You know?
So
This is what I
well,
deal
now
with
that-
every week. Do you understand now?
Now-
you know how much
yeah.
I cut out? It's just him just questioning everything I'm saying.
and yet he has a smile on his face doing it. You're welcome, and listeners at home,
That
you're
is
welcome
definitely
too.
a frown.
That's just his resting face.
At least
Resting
At least we didn't do it naked like we usually do because we have a guest.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you, Aaron, for being here.
Shit. Yeah, there's someone. We didn't even say she was here.
Yeah. What are you talking about? There's no Aaron here. What?
She's our phone a friend.
Syndrome.
She's
Syndrome?
actually
Anyway,
Siri.
yes, thank you for getting us back.
Yeah.
Yeah, syndrome.
She's Siri.
Now that you mention that, Mysterio does have a very similar motive to Syndrome. Now that you wait a minute.
It's almost as if like, why is this a question?
Yeah.
You're
Okay.
regretting bringing me on this.
No, it's okay.
I'm just bullying him.
Welcome to my life. What was the question, Jeff?
I
Either
deleted
or.
it was his question. So syndrome or
Oh yeah. Oh, it's
Syndrome
Nikki's
one.
question.
Oh, sorry, it was Nikki's
Yeah,
question.
yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler.
Hi, Nikki.
Shout out to Nikki.
Shout out to Nikki.
Oh wait, hold on. We need to backpedal for a second.
We do.
We've never explained the plot of this movie yet.
So Spider-Man.
That's how we usually start spoiler zone.
So let's bring it on
So
back, guys.
45 minutes later.
Welcome to Spoiler Pull Fan Zone. First we spoil, then we pull, and then we fan zone. So the plot of the movie is Spider-Man is in Europe, which is very far from home. Wink.
Everyone thought it was about him being in space, but guess what? He died and then got
That was such
Got
a
blipped
good,
back.
That was such a good tease, though.
Then he
'cause
got-
I
That
also
was-
thought it was going to be
yeah.
a space Spidey.
Yeah.
So did I.
That
Then-
would have been cool.
Then he got Doctor Strange
He got boom. What did I call
Portaled
him?
back.
portal
no.
back. No, don't call them boom tubes.
Why
You
can't I
did
call
say
them
you
boom?
did call them
That's
boom
what they're
tubes.
called in the DC universe.
No, those are boom shoots.
No, they're boom tubes.
No, they're boom shoots.
They're boom tubes.
Then I called these ones boom shoots.
Fine, they're boom shoots.
Yeah, they're boom shoots.
But they're
Yeah,
boom
boom
tubes.
tubes are DC. Boom shoots are J&J's
Or,
Marvel.
just portals.
Boom shoots.
What are well, they're called the sling ring. Is that what it was called?
Sling ring portals. Yeah.
On the Endgame
He got Doctor
soundtrack,
Strange back.
The song
Yeah.
is, there's a song called Portals, and it's during the,
Oh, really? The boom shoot section?
yeah.
Yeah. It's okay. You can say
you
it.
didn't
It's
see
a
my,
safe space. Yeah, the boom shoot. Yeah. But yeah, so Spider-Man is far from home in Europe, and he's like, I don't want to be Spider-Man. I'm on vacation. And Nick Fury's like, bitch, you gonna be fucking Spider-Man for this.
Bitch, you were in space.
He's like, I'm a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. He's like, bitch, you been to space. Nick Fury, everyone. Bravo. Mwah. So they give him a stealth suit, which is very reminiscent of Spider-Man Noir, minus the hat and the duster.
You forgot the part where they team up with Mysterio, who is supposedly a hero from another Earth.
Oh, that's right. The
So it actually
multiverse.
starts out with him going to high school and talking about how everyone died.
Yeah, and now
came
everyone's
back.
back.
Did we all watch the same movie?
The one
is
with
how
Sam,
we- this is how we-
directed by Sam Raimi, right?
Have you not listened to our spoiler zones where we talk about the movie out of order?
Yeah, spoiler alert. Mysterio's the good guy, but is he? Dun,
So
dun,
these
dun.
so the movie opens up with an Earth elemental appearing out of nowhere,
Mexico.
and them trying to stop it.
And then that's when Mysterio shows up. He's
And-
like, "Who are you guys?" Like he
And
doesn't know. Already
You want no
who
part
Nick
of this.
Fury is.
You don't want any part of this.
Oh, that's right.
no,
No,
that
he
was
also
a
says-
trailer.
No,
Yeah.
it's in the movie.
No, because he
It's in the movie.
He starts with "Who are you guys?" And
Yeah,
then
he
they
does.
They start shooting sand with bullets because that makes sense. And then he goes, "You don't want any.
You don't want any part of this. Yeah.
His first line is, "Who are you guys?"
Anyway, so then
Ooh, who's got the bad memory now, Jeff?
it's still you.
you watch the movie, and he actually says, "You don't want any part of this." And then he asks who you were guys. Oh, thank you for confirming it's still him. Thank you. I heard that.
$1 down that say it's "Who are you guys?" And then
I put you never
Is
being
there
a
just
guest
a random
host
lady
again.
on your hat?
Yeah, so I got
Wait.
this hat from Target. It's a hula girl.
Why are we talking about?
Because I just noticed it.
Spider-Man doesn't go to Hawaii.
Anyway,
Goes to Europe.
there's a part I was going to point out. I forget. Keep talking now.
So Mysterio's the good guy, bad guy, and then they make a stealth suit for Spider-Man because he can't be Spider-Man in Europe.
Because he didn't bring his suit. Oh, no, he did.
He did bring his
Aunt May
suit.
packed his suit.
But he didn't want to wear his suit because he doesn't want his classmates thinking, oh, Spider-Man's
Yeah.
in Europe.
Yeah.
Spider-Man was in D.C., so was Peter.
You forgot the most important plot point.
What?
Spider-Man has a plan to fuck MJ the whole time.
Oh, yeah, the whole
His
plan.
Peter Tingle.
Yeah, it's-
Yeah, it's not Spidey Sense in this one.
No, not
They've never
anymore.
called it Spidey Sense yet,
no,
right?
I don't think they ever have in this.
Because they reference it.
They reference it, but
He
they don't
references
call-
it in Civil War.
I just have, like,
he
a
just references
sense.
like everything's in hands.
No, he
Yeah.
references it when he's talking to Tony Stark. In Civil War, in his bedroom.
Yeah, but they don't like call it.
They don't call it
what
Spider
it
Sense.
is.
He references
he
it. Though.
just
I think that's the only
references-
time they talk about it.
Which is why in this movie when they're like, "Hey, I know you're
Peter
you're-
it's been a little off lately."
Yeah,
It's
your
like,
Peter
oh,
thing
that
has been a
explains
little-
why he gets hit by a sign randomly
Yeah, and what?
in Infinity War when he's chasing the.
Oh yeah, and he just gets hit by. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he's not good with his
I wonder
Spider-Man.
then how
Well,
long has his,
what's his face throw the sign at him?
Yeah, but you'd think that Spider-Man with his Peter Tingle could dodge it.
Yeah, I mean the whole thing.
That's the
is
whole
like-
point of the
But he
spider
could have
sense.
been so focused on.
But see, no,
Doctor
that's the
Strange.
point of the spider sense is that he can move. His body almost reacts.
Right. That's well, his spider sense is the one that knew he was dying.
Yeah.
Peter and his classmates are on their way for a science trip to Europe with
Peter,
the
Peter.
two teachers who also J.B. Smoove. What a beautiful, beautiful character.
Mm-hmm.
Witches.
I still can't remember the part that I was going to bring up. Keep going.
Witches.
We'll just
Someone
go
tell them the plot of this
Oh,
damn movie.
through. So Spider-Man is far from home.
it's
and
taken
he-
us 5 minutes to get this far.
Oh my god. Spider-Man is far from home. Tony Stark is dead. Peter has to become his own hero.
Nick Fury teams up with Mysterio because he believes they have to save their Earth from
and
the elementals.
the world is looking for a new
The world is
Iron
looking for a
Man.
new Iron Man.
With the snap or the blip, for those of you at home, they have opened up a multiverse.
Yes.
And so we, in the cinematic universe, are Earth 616. Mysterio is from Earth Who Gives a Shit, because it's fake. Spoiler alert.
Yes.
Yeah.
So with that information, they form a team, and Peter's like, "But I'm just a kid. I don't want to do this."
Yeah, he's
And-
like, I want to fuck MJ.
And Nick
I don't
Fury-
want to be a hero.
Nick Fury's just like, "Fine then, I'm gonna steal your
Yeah, I'm
trip."
gonna hijack your whole vacation
So
to
they-
make you Spider-Man. And then at one point they call him Night Monkey.
Night Monkey, which
Yeah.
is beautiful.
Yeah,
also,
he's
when
great.
when he's fighting Hydra Man, it's like, "I'm strong and sticky."
Yeah, that's when he's wearing like the Mardi Gras mask.
So it's just your casual, unlikely buddy up.
Yeah, it's almost like a buddy cop film.
It's a buddy cop film.
Yeah, good cop, bad cop.
Coming of age.
Really
it's
bad cop.
Stand By
Yeah.
Me. It's
It's
everything you want in a movie.
everything you could ever want rolled up in a sticky web.
With one acid trip.
That's oh god, that's right.
That was trippy.
That was really fucking
was
trippy.
really
I'm like, I don't like halfway through. I'm like, can we stop, please? And
Are you
like,
talking about the illusion part?
yeah, the
Yeah,
illusion.
yeah. So-
the acid trip,
So yeah,
the Mysterio
They
trip.
believe Mysterio's a good guy. Next thing you know, we see Mysterio's true motives. He's the bad guy. Peter has to step up, and he becomes Iron Man Jr.
Yeah, the new Iron
the new
Man.
Iron Man.
Parentheses.
Also, he's really
Spider-Man.
bad at keeping his identity. Because he told MJ, like...
Yeah, and she had already had it
She already
figured
figured it
out,
out,
quote
but
unquote.
She said it first.
But he could have easily just like, no, man, that's not...
No.
But
He's awkward, and that's what
he
we were
is
talking about
awkward,
earlier.
yeah.
He's awkward. He's a bad liar. He's the perfect
yeah.
Peter Parker.
So, continuing the questions now that we've spoiled the.
Yeah, now that we're
Did we do it
spoiled.
right? Did we...
No.
Yeah, did we do it?
that
No,
the
not
plot?
really.
Oh, and then at the very end, there's a cameo.
Oh, we're not there yet.
My fucking god.
I'm trying to get through other stuff, but then we can talk about the end of the stuff.
We've already talked about the end of the movie like 9 times.
The end of the movie, not the post end. Anyway,
God.
what kind of illusions would you make?
What kind of illusions
Yeah.
will I make?
Mysterio makes illusions.
100 duck-sized Mysterios.
I hate you so much.
I think I would go old school, like Looney Tunes old school, and just make it look like there's like a tunnel. And it's just like a
Just
wall.
like cars run into it. And then just make
Just
the
mass
cars vanish so
destruction,
that
just
way
mass
they can keep running
destruction,
into
you know?
it. I think I would try to make myself look like a hero, because that would be dope. I could be Wonder Man.
Wonder Man.
Wonder Man. That's my name. Don't wear it out.
Gayest fucking thing I've ever heard.
Listen, I couldn't think of a cool hero name.
So you have all this power, and you just want to like improve yourself. Where like I just want to make
But
people crash into
he's
a
really
wall.
actually just some fat dude in a suit with an illusion running around that he's.
How do you know that my hero wouldn't be fat too?
He's Mr. Incredible post like
Fat Thor?
Like
Fat Thor, that's
ooh,
it.
Yeah, see, there's
I
already a
am.
fat hero now, so.
Yeah, Fat Thor.
that demographic is
Yeah, you missed out. You missed out on
I
that.
could be the Seth Rogen hero. If Seth Rogen was
Green
ever
Hornet?
part of
You
the...
are Seth Rogen.
Yeah,
talking-
but
you're
then I
talking
could
Green
be
We've
Hornet?
made
Green
it.
Hornet made by Marvel.
It's canon.
Is
It's
it?
canon, remember?
Right, I am Seth Rogen.
That's crazy.
That's right. You're with royalty right now.
He doesn't look like it when he has the glasses off, though, does he?
Yeah, everyone, I'm wearing contacts.
Yeah,
now.
no, I mean, the only thing that makes him Seth Rogen is clearly just the glasses, not the beard or the laugh.
But
It's
he
only
looks
with
more
the-
like
the
it.
general shape.
No,
of
but
me.
he looks more like it with the glasses on
yeah,
than he does
yeah.
without. Like, he actually
Yeah.
looks like his own human being without glasses.
Yeah, he looks like an individual that's not famous.
Which we don't like. So put your glasses back on, please.
And you can't take my glasses. It's not going to work.
Now he can't see. Oh no, you look weird. Take those off right now. Take those off right now. Not appropriate. All right. So
You have like they aren't like very strong glasses.
Oh,
at
no,
all.
I mean, like, it's just like I can't see a little far away. You know, it's pretty
just a little far away.
It's pretty
Just a
minimal.
little, like I can't see 30 feet out crystal
You know, like,
clear.
it's like I need to drive, so I need
Yeah.
to wear these. You know, if I
Okay.
take these off, that's...
I put them on. I was expecting to be like blinded and give myself a
I don't know
headache.
what those stacks of books are, so maybe it's kind of bad. But
It didn't seem that bad.
All right. So are we at 2 more questions until you can get to the part you actually want to talk about?
Oh my god,
Okay.
this is such a great discussion.
is it the tulips? Because I had that. The tulips. That was a good scene.
the tulips?
Oh shit! Look how cool he looks.
Oh wow, that does look cool.
We're looking at. There's a new armored Mewtwo that's out right now. He looks
Whoa.
fucking badass.
Well, while we're waiting, when
Yeah.
Peter wakes up in prison,
Yeah, and
that
then-
whole scene.
Yeah, where was he at? Sweden
It
or
was, it was one of those places. Real
one of
nice
the-
people.
Yeah, he like breaks out of jail, and then
And
the
then they
people just
close
walk it back up.
It's things like that. It's like
Okay.
the side
Can I use your
characters.
phone? And he's like, oh yeah, of course. He's like,
So,
so nice.
are you disappointed the multiverse wasn't confirmed?
So I think it was a teaser.
Yeah.
And I think the multiverse is going to be introduced more comes Phase 4.
I think the multiverse. The only way to get Fantastic Four and X-Men in right now is to use a multiverse.
Yeah.
So, I want the multiverse to be real, but then that also opens up like, oh, this Tony Stark's not dead, and then it's just
Well,
there
yes,
we go.
but that
More
gives
on
you
it.
possibilities for them.
Yeah.
But
And at this point,
but you need the multiverse right now to get Fantastic Four and X-Men because the MCU, as it's set right now,
yeah,
is that there is no.
Well, the Fantastic Four could still show up.
If they haven't shown up when New York has been attacked,
But maybe they
multiple
haven't
times-
become the Fantastic Four yet.
yeah. Plot twist: instead of getting like messed up
yeah.
in space from all the gamma snaps, that's how they do
Yeah.
it. The mutants.
Well,
Or
that would
what
be
if they were
X-Men.
snapped when they were out in space?
Ooh.
So it happened when they got snapped away, and then when they came back,
They could've
they
been-
got.
Yeah. So okay. So you can
So
still add,
Fantastic Four could technically
But
be.
you can't add
worked
X-Men.
in.
At this point, you can't add
X-Men,
X-Men.
no. X-Men's are kind of out of the question right now, unless the
Yeah.
first mutant shows up right now.
right.
But that's not going to happen. So Fantastic Four, they can squeeze to get away with it. Marvel, if you plan on using that, just let me know. I want my cut. But X-Men,
Your cut.
our cut, Josh and I's cut, fitty.
Excuse me. I won't publish this episode, and we'll never know. I'll cut out that one part and keep it for myself.
Wow.
I'll just
talk
keep
about a
bringing it
cut.
up. I'll just keep bringing it up.
I'll keep-
Remember when we gave the plot for Fantastic Four, Josh? But no, X-Men definitely needs the multiverse. And so, if they want to take full advantage of all the new toys they just bought from Fox,
Well, if they're planning on doing Secret Wars, they need the multiverse also.
Ooh, don't even. Ooh, that's a whole other thing right there.
that's
That,
its whole.
that blew my mind. Like,
But we're not there yet. We're getting there.
he's the one who brings it up and then says,
I know, and then he's like,
So,
no,
the
no,
next
no.
question-
Heal, we'll get to that later.
Thank you. The next question is Spider-Man coming back in Phase 4?
Yes,
He's only signed on for one more movie, but I'm sure they'll sign him on for more.
I'm sure they're going to.
Sony will be like, this is a great deal.
I mean,
Sony's like, we're making so much fucking money. Yes, keep using him.
Sony's gonna agree. And Tom Holland, who's a young actor, he's just like, yeah, this is one of the greatest franchises. Sorry, I just got a
Franchises?
stroke. Franchises to work for.
Hold on, guys, when we go to the hospital.
Yeah.
It's one of the greatest franchises
Josh,
to work
look up.
for. So of course, Tom Holland's. I don't think he's gonna be like, no, I want out. Like,
Yeah, he's not going to pull an Andrew
But
Garfield.
the person who could say nah is Sony, but I don't think they're going to.
No. Well, there was rumors that if this Spider-Man didn't make $1 billion, they were going to pull Spider-Man.
But
it's
It's made like
it's
200
already,
million.
It's already, yeah, it's
200 million for 1 week.
Yeah,
Oh, if this movie did?
This movie didn't make $1 billion. There was a rumor that was a quote from Sony
I don't think
that if Spider-Man Far From Home doesn't make $1 billion, we're going to take Spider-Man back.
Sony's in no position to pull Spidey back
Yeah,
unless they want to do a
The only thing that's greenlighting them making Venom movies is the popularity of Spider-Man right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've seen the Spider-Man movies they make.
Yeah. Yeah.
I saw the Venom movie they made.
Because the problem
Yeah,
would
the
be...
Venom movie they make is-
See, the problem now, if they pull Tom Holland out and just put him in his own universe,
They don't have rights to anything.
they don't have rights to anything
So they don't
else.
have rights to Happy. They don't have rights to the suit that he wears now. He
Yeah,
has to
it
go
doesn't-
back to
it
like...
doesn't-
It's just gonna be like, oh no,
Oh.
You would have to put him into a different multiverse.
He gets snapped into... I mean, they could do that.
They could throw him into a new multiverse.
A new multiverse.
Unless the MCU makes the multiverse before they can pull it.
It's
I mean,
true.
isn't the whole point of the multiverse is that they're multiple? So it's
Yeah,
just like,
so then... Oh, you took Tom Holland? Fine. Tobey Maguire, get back in here. Fucking old man Maguire.
All right.
he just tries to redo the roof jumping scene. And he's like, oh my back!
Oh, shit.
Jared,
What?
what are your thoughts on the post-credit scenes?
With J. Jonah Jameson coming back, played by J.K. Simmons.
J. Jonah Jameson.
That's what we were
that
trying to get you to
guy.
say, or like
Oh.
25 minutes ago.
And I thought of it,
Yeah, after we like gave up on you.
and then you wouldn't let me say it the last half an hour.
I never gave up.
Thank you, Josh. Thank you.
Anyway, yes,
Thank you. Yeah. J.K. Simmons coming back.
that was the big cameo.
That, yeah. That was the greatest thing ever. That, oh my
So now, what I thought was funny too, because when we were watching that in that same scene, no, it's at the very end of the movie where he's like swinging through New York and he swings by the news station. I thought for a second they might show Jonah just like
Like
screaming
in the
out the
window?
window or
Yeah.
something like that, and I was like, oh, that would have
Yeah.
been so great. And then I had a heart attack during the post-credit scenes when he did show up on
So,
the
yeah.
TV screen, because apparently it's not the Daily Bugle just yet; it's still the online version of it, so it hasn't gone big yet.
Well, see, and then the thing I was thinking was, oh shit, they're gonna have him like go work for the Daily Bugle as like a part-time job or something. Like that's gonna be amazing. And then they unveiled that Spider-Man is Peter Parker.
Wait,
Spoiler
what?
alert.
Spoiler alert!
Spoiler alert.
I don't know how I feel about that,
So, my
but
thing,
it's very
Iron Manish.
yes,
oh,
very
super
Iron Man.
Manish.
Because
It's-
Iron Man at the end of the first Iron Man says, I'm Iron Man, and now
Yeah.
they're saying Peter's.
But like, and here's the
Now
thing:
it's I am Spider-Man.
Spider-Man's really like the only hero left that has like a secret identity.
He needs one.
Like,
He's the only hero in the MCU that
Yeah.
actually needs a secret identity.
Yeah.
How do you think Flash is going to feel now that his hero is the dweeb he's been beating up? Which I don't like this Flash.
I don't like him either.
He's such a doofus. Like Flash in like the other movies, he was a dick.
He's
You
supposed to be.
fucking
He's supposed to be a
hated
dick.
Flash.
But he's not supposed to be his friend.
Yeah, but is this one? He's part of like the
okay, that's not
Scooby-Doo
true.
gang that
It's
they
not
have.
true. They are friends. In some versions, they're like kind of friends.
yeah.
Like they're in the same friend group, but they're not friends.
So like in the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, it's like very obvious that they don't even socialize together.
Yeah.
And then the Andrew Garfield one, there's like a weird relationship because
But-
like, hey,
But
I
that's
know-
because of Gwen. It was
because
Yeah,
like,
it's
hey,
Gwen.
your uncle died. That
I was,
sucks, man.
They were
Like,
playing Amazing Spider-Man 2 at work the other day, and I hit my buddy because he'd never seen it. I'm like, yo, watch. And it was right when she snapped, her neck snaps. And he was like, oh, she hit her head? I'm like, nah, if you can hear the sound, you hear the neck.
Yeah, you
not
hear
touch
that
a
whole
Spoiler
thing.
alert.
You hear that whole thing break.
I just remember in the theater, I was like,
Yeah. Well, because I knew that was coming up.
I knew she was going to die.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm like, are they really gonna have her fucking
They're gonna
snap
do
like
that.
that? And then it happened. I was like,
They did exactly
Oh my
what the comics did.
Spoiler alert.
It's
Spoiler
exactly what the
alert.
comics did.
Well, no,
But,
because Harry doesn't kill her. Technically.
no, but I mean like the fall.
yeah, the fall.
the fall. Yeah, the little hand coming out.
Yeah.
Did they have,
the web.
Harry kill her, or was it Electro?
It was
technically?
no, it was Green Goblin that did it.
Harry.
Yeah, it was Harry as Green Goblin that dropped her down the clock tower, and
Yeah.
Spider-Man wasn't quick enough to save her.
Yeah.
First off, all you have to do is make some webs under her. You don't need to hit her. I just wanted to say that. We're not
He
talking
was
about that movie.
panicking.
We're not talking about that
Yeah,
movie.
that's right. Sorry, Andy.
But like, I think what I like about this movie is it's like, yeah, you're all at a really smart school, where it's just like, oh, you're at a normal high school in the Toby one, kind of a smart school in the Andrew Garfield one. This one's like, no, you guys are all pretty smart. So even Flash Thompson is like semi-smart. So I
Yeah.
like that. But then they sort
I
of
just don't like him.
They just sort of made him.
Like whenever he talks.
With
even
his
know what to
flash
say. I
mob,
don't
he's
even
just
know what to
Whenever he
say.
stupid.
talks, I don't like him.
He's-
Although at the very end, I felt a little bit. I was like, did mother not make it? It's just like, oh man, he has parents issues.
Your rich parents.
Yeah,
didn't
but it's
make
like-
it. Yeah, what was the point of them showing that? Nobody gives a shit about Flash.
I think that's why, because no one gives a shit, so they're maybe trying to
like, he's got mommy issues.
yeah.
You guys can relate, right? Right?
So then we have the question: with Jameson's announcement, does Scorpion know too that Peter's Spider-Man? Is this your question?
Oh yeah, this was something.
Also,
I'm gonna
does
bring
that
up.
put Vulture
Yeah.
in danger in prison? I don't think it does.
Yeah, because at the end of Homecoming, Scorpion approaches Adrian Toomes like, "Hey, I heard you know who Spider-Man is,"
Yeah,
and he just goes, "Nah,
nope.
no, not me." And then
I don't think it puts him in
With
any
this
danger.
I think it
announcement-
puts his daughter in danger. It puts MJ.
It puts
in danger.
anybody who knows who Peter is in danger.
So,
That's why Peter,
Ned,
and that's the
MJ,
reason why
MA.
Peter never wants to reveal his identity.
Yeah.
Because here's the whole problem.
Although, I mean, he's pretty like loose with like, "Hey,
It's very-
I'm Peter Parker."
It's very awkward because in the comics during Civil War, Spider-Man reveals that he's Peter Parker, and that creates a whole thing. And that's why
Yeah.
he changes sides in Civil War back to
Yeah.
Cap's side, and then what they have is Doctor Strange cast a spell that makes everybody forget that Peter Parker is Spider-Man.
Yeah,
So maybe they could still do that. Doctor Strange still just looming around New York somewhere.
he's just
right?
chilling on
He
Bleecker
could.
Street.
Just chilling.
He could cast that
in
again.
The Ministry of Magic there.
No, he could he could cast that again, but I feel like they did it for shock value.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if it was necessary.
It was there to parallel Iron Man.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, so in the first, I hate going back to Tobey Maguire because it's like it's just. But in the first one, Green Goblin figures out that it's Peter.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, he blows up Aunt May's house.
Well, that's why Peter never wants to
Like,
reveal his
yeah.
identity.
So with this one,
It puts MJ in danger, puts
Aunt May.
Aunt May, put Gwen in danger before she dies.
this can really turn into just like
Gwen's not in this one yet, right?
no.
They're doing the MJ storyline.
They're doing the MJ, yeah. This one can really turn into hopefully like the Sinister Six, just like okay, let's just ambush this kid,
Yeah.
like, and they just literally take over every aspect of his life.
Do you think it was necessary for MJ to know Peter is Spider-Man since they announced it at the end anyways? Like they made that whole scene where she figures it out. and
I think
he
it was
tells
a
her.
growing moment between them. I think
it was a moment that allowed them to be together,
yeah.
but I don't like.
I think it was because MJ clearly wanted something with Peter, but he was always running off here,
Yeah.
running off there. And so she was trying to figure out what the fuck is wrong with this kid.
Well, I think it's like, and they mention it, oh, did you only watch me because you thought I was Spider-Man? Mm-hmm. So, like, figuring out that...
I think that was him just trying to get her to say she likes it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think, like, figuring out that, like, she figured out first before,
Yeah.
the release, it's like, I kind of got that you were Spider-Man, but that's not the reason. It's just a little, like, insurance.
Yeah.
And then J. Jonah, oh, God, that just blew my mind.
I think we should talk about the more important part of the post-credit scenes, though.
Talking about...
Yes, now you can talk about it.
Whew,
That Nick Fury was a scroll the whole time.
that... So, the one thing that I noticed, I was like, Nick Fury's, like, scar looks different.
Did it look different?
Did it?
So I thought it looked really cat-like, more than usual. And then when I found out that it was Talos, I was like, oh, what if he was just being mean and just like, hey, remember that time when you got scratched by a cat? So like,
That would be.
I didn't even notice the eye. The first time
That'd
I
be
noticed
funny.
anything about scrolls is when they're in the car and Maria says, I thought scroll agents were sleeper scroll agents were a top secret
yeah.
need to know basis, and he said, I forget what he said back, but they quickly go over because you didn't even notice it the first time.
yeah, no, I didn't.
I pointed
It
out,
was such a throwaway line.
Yeah.
but that was like
Yeah. no,
everything
Yeah,
I'm
like,
hoping for. And then
I
at the
didn't
end,
even
when
notice it, and I
she
was like-
turned into the scroll first,
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, what's happening?
Yeah.
And then he turned into
Yeah.
them. I was like, okay.
So in my head, and it didn't make sense in the moment, I was like, oh man, Maria Hill didn't make it. And this whole time, it's just been a scroll. But I was like, no, Hulk brought it back. She brought it back.
Yeah. Everybody's been brought back.
Yeah.
So,
I was like, okay,
So-
so how long were they not them?
So then that brings up Jared's question that we had an argument about.
Yeah.
How long do you think Nick Fury has been away? I'll let Jared start.
So I think he left after Winter Soldier when they had
That's
Nick
not
Fury's.
when you first thought he left.
No, I was like,
when he's straight up just like,
yeah. Well, see, I originally thought when it was back in the 90s. He's been gone since then. And Jeff's like, oh, no, they couldn't have been it because he got scratched in the eye afterwards. Before
He's
they
saying
left."
like that because I proved him wrong.
Well, because he keeps bringing it up like an asshole.
This is
But
really
anyways, after my conversation with Jeff, I think it's actually when he left at the end of Civil War, because you don't see him, or not Civil War, Winter Soldier. When he leaves at the end of Winter Soldier after S.H.I.E.L.D. is gone and everything, because you don't see him come back until the end of Infinity War.
No, he popped up in Ultron.
He does pop up in Ultron.
Remember?
Isn't that after?
It's before Civil War, but that's okay. No, it's not. It's after.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. Because they all go.
Ultron's Age of Ultron is the reason for Civil War.
Yeah, because the Sokovia Accords.
There you
Yeah.
But when Clint brings him to the
Okay, yeah.
house, and
go. That's in Civil War.
That's in Civil War.
no, it's
You're
in
getting-
it's in Ultron
It is in Ultron.
because they go to like the safe house.
Is he not in Civil War?
No, he's not.
That was like the whole thing.
So wait, why are we talking about Civil War? I wasn't paying attention.
So
Because he said Civil War, but we're trying to correct it.
Sorry.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
no, no,
you're,
no.
oh, you're
I'm
doing my
thinking-
job.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm thinking it was Winter Soldier was when he left.
Well, that was
and they
his
had
like
the funeral.
farewell, like the
Yeah,
whole,
so
Well,
I
he
think
thought it
that's
was-
when a scroll came.
Because he thought it was before Winter Soldier. You said you thought he was a Skrull during Winter Soldier originally, but then
Yeah.
it wouldn't make sense when he got shot because he would have transformed back into a Skrull when he
Yeah.
got shot.
Yeah.
yeah.
So I think it was after, because since Winter Soldier, Nick Fury hasn't really done anything. He showed up in Ultron.
Yeah.
And
I
then
think
he
that was
showed up-
Nick Fury in Ultron, though.
I don't think that. I think that was the first time we saw the scroll, and I think Nick Fury has been gone since he left in Winter Soldier.
So apparently, do you watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Yes.
Coulson, apparently, they went to the planet that technically Fury would be on right now. Or the station, or wherever he is. Because apparently Coulson dies again, and then he comes back to life again.
Are you talking
They're
about the
still
newest,
doing
the newest
Agents
season,
of
Yes.
right? Yeah. So pretty much, but he doesn't think he's Coulson.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm like two
Yeah, it's
episodes.
still
behind.
on,
I'm like
apparently.
2 episodes behind, but like
Okay.
I'm getting there.
But apparently it's
But-
supposed to be like similar to a place where Fury is right now.
Huh.
That's what
Okay.
that's what I was reading in some article.
Because I've had the discussion where Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. hasn't really.
Lined up lately?
Lined
Did
up.
they do the snap in Agents of
I
S.H.I.E.L.D.?
haven't seen it yet.
I've only seen the first
This
season
is-
and a half.
This
I gotta
is
catch up.
all pre-snap still,
Oh, it's still pre-snap?
as far as I can tell.
Okay.
Yeah. But the only thing that transferred from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. into the MCU were the helicarriers.
Right.
And Jarvis from Agent Carter. But besides
Right.
that,
Well, the other thing that because the show Agent of Shield was lining up with the MCU at one point. Because when Winter Soldier happens, Shield collapses. Also,
Yeah.
they talk more about Shield collapsing in the show, and then it led
Well, once-
into Age of Ultron with the
Yeah.
staff. It explains why the staff was where it was in Agents of Shield.
yeah.
Okay.
But
Loki's staff.
With-
Spoiler alert. That's the Mind Stone spoiler alert
I think
that we didn't even know.
Nick Fury actually stuck around. I think Nick Fury is one who got snapped, and I think
That's what I
when
said.
he came back and they had the whole funeral, that's when it was like, "Hey, I'm back. Time to let's do this." Because it's been 5 years, so he has to check up on Talos and see what.
Because what I said is Talos leaves with Captain Marvel.
yeah
At the end of
Captain Marvel, they both fly off.
they go.
Yeah.
So whatever happens in space, it's been a really long time. They might have been keeping in contact, maybe. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Mm-hmm.
I think Nick Fury called Captain Marvel. And then after everything happens, I think that's when they kind of came back.
Yeah.
But if there's sleeper agents now, they could have been around longer.
Because the whole reason that Nick Fury's up there is he's trying to prevent more alien attacks. So he's doing like a space station, right?
Well, they didn't really explain anything.
it's
it's just
just
him
like-
walking out of his little paradise thing.
Yeah,
Where my
walking out
boots?
of walking out of Boca Raton there.
Yeah, talking about his boots.
But it's like, I don't think Nick Fury, even though he interacted with the Skrulls in the 90s, would put that on like high alert until after something like Thanos happened.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking. That's what I'm thinking.
So like literally they do the funeral and then he's just like, okay, time to get my buddies out there, see what's going on.
I could see that.
Now,
Yeah.
you got really excited when I mentioned Secret Wars. Why'd you get all excited?
Because it's just like the coolest thing ever, and it would be so interesting to see how it plays out on the big screen.
I think that's what they're doing next.
Yeah.
Because they don't have any. You don't need any big name. Well, that's not true. Technically, you need the Fantastic Four. You need some certain spots for Secret
Well,
Wars.
like,
but now they have all the pieces to do Secret
if they're
Wars.
doing Secret Wars, it would be an easy way to bring in the Fantastic Four. And they could do simple like.
Because you need good
it's
old Doom.
It's a quick origin.
And you need
story
Galactus
almost.
too, right? Is Galactus?
But-
I know Doom becomes the size of Galactus in it.
Spoiler alert.
I gotta reread
Yeah,
it.
I just think
Brush up on your Secret
like-
Wars lore.
there's not a lot.
Well, there's 2 Secret Wars.
There's not a lot left to do as far as just like human villain, just like.
Well, their problem is
Down-to-earth
they usually
stuff.
just kill the villains afterwards. So.
That's true.
So like with the Secret War, it's just like it's a new.
That brings in the multiverse.
Yeah, it's multiverse.
Brings in the
and it
multiverse.
Brings in just new
Scrolls,
concepts.
Kree,
Yeah.
everybody can
And
join
we
it.
get a little bit more explanation.
You get sleeper agents.
Yeah.
Yeah, all this good stuff. Who else do you think? Last question is: who else is a Skrull sleeper agent? Do you think?
Rhodey.
A lot of people are saying that.
You think Rhodey?
I think Rhodey.
A lot of people are saying
Don't
Rhodey.
trust him. Don Cheadle.
Don Cheadle. That'd be interesting because in the comics, Rhodey and Carol Danvers like hook up and stuff.
Yeah.
So it could be there. It could be an interesting way to like almost hint at that without actually having that because of the age difference. Like, oh no, he's still relevant in Captain
Well,
Marvel.
she's technically a Kree, isn't she?
I mean, she's from Earth, and then.
So, well, the other thing is they haven't mentioned any like bad Skrulls yet either. They've only like we only know
The Skrulls are like
Callus's
the
family.
good guys right now.
In Guardians, we were led to believe that the Kree were good.
No, we weren't at all.
Wait,
The Kree are the blue ones. You're getting them confused.
I'm getting so confused with all
So,
my thoughts.
because
I'm very confused. now, too.
Yeah.
Ronan is a Kree.
Ronan is the Kree. But we were. This is what
In
it
Captain
is.
Marvel, we were led that the Kree were the good guys
what it
and the
was.
Skrull were the bad guys.
We were led that Ronan's like whole thing was just like it wasn't an evil thing. He was just an accuser, and it's because the Skrull attacked his people, right? Isn't that what he
No.
said?
That was them versus the fuck's that place called?
It's on Xandar.
Xandar. Yeah, it was the Xandarians were fighting the Kree and they had made an accord, but Ronan was breaking that accord by
Right.
attacking. There was never a mention of a Skrull until
Oh, that's
Captain
what it was.
Marvel.
Yeah, and then when we were watching Captain Marvel, I was like, wait,
The Kree were the
Kree
good
are-
the Kree are the good guys and the Skrull were supposed to be the bad guys.
yeah, but we learned in Guardian, we thought in Guardians that Ronan's a bad guy,
Right.
but he's still like in Captain Marvel, he's still doing his own little thing. Like he's just
Still accusing.
Well,
still
he's Ronan the accuser, but he's not
Yeah.
like he's still he hasn't. There's been no treaty yet with Xandar,
Yeah,
so they haven't.
yeah.
He hasn't gone like cray cray.
But I think he's still a little crazy. But
He
yeah,
wasn't working
so
for Thanos yet.
We are led to believe that the Skrulls are the bad people, and then there's like, no, they're attacking us. We just want to live. So I think there's just so many things going on with the Skrulls that
Yeah.
I just want to see them have more than just comedic value in Captain Marvel.
So the last thing that we'll leave this with is how do you feel that the MCU is now in 2023? Right? 2023?
23, yeah.
I'm wondering if like the next few movies are going to happen simultaneously until we in the real world get to 2023 and then they'll start continuing forward. I'm wondering if that's something that they're going to do. Like say the next 3 movies are Guardians, Ant-Man and fucking
Strange.
Strange.
Doctor Strange too.
Those
There's
could
supposed
all
to be a
be
Black Panther too also.
Black Panther too.
So all 4 of those even could be happening all at like roughly the same
Well,
time with not a lot of time movement.
My guess
And that'll
is
be a couple years
yeah,
of movies.
my guess is the next couple movies are going to show what happened to those characters right after the
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
the
life
blip.
after the blip.
Well, I
blip.
mean, with the first 4 movies, Iron Man, Thor, Captain America, and
Iron Man
Avengers.
2.
Right.
Well, the first couple
that
movies
all happened in a week. That all happened in the same week, even though they were released. A year
right, those
apart.
those timelines all take place around
yeah.
the same time.
So they
Oh,
could
really?
be doing.
Oh.
Yeah, in the comics, it's called
so-
Fury's Big Week.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
the way it happens, Iron Man
Yeah.
takes place at the same time as Thor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because no, Iron Man happens. Iron Man 2 and Thor take place at the same time.
Okay.
Because in the movie, Coulson says he has to go to Arizona, wherever
Arizona, yeah.
wherever the hammer was.
Yeah.
And that's Thor happening.
Yeah.
And then Captain America takes place. The very end of it when they
When
have
he
the
wakes
trailer.
up, yeah.
That takes place right then.
Yeah.
Because Nick had already talked to
Iron Man. about
Tony
the,
by then.
the
So
Avengers
even though
Initiative.
Yeah.
in real life,
Because Iron Man 3 takes place right after.
in real life it's like a 4-year
Yeah.
movie release. In the MCU, that's all within like 2 or 3 weeks.
Oh,
So
wow.
they could do something like that with these movies to sort of get to.
Yeah. No, see, that's
20,
exactly
yeah.
what I think is going
Well,
to
whatever the amount of time that's happening in the movies, that's
Yeah.
the same amount of time that's happening in each one.
Yeah. So
So they could
and the
knock
Incredible
out...
Hulk kind of just takes place.
Just
kinda
he
happens.
just is sprinkled here or there.
Yeah.
Shout out to Universal. But no, that's what I think they're going to do. I think all the movies, at least the beginning of Phase 4, is just going to be the new beginning. What's happening now with the Asgardians of the Galaxy.
which is also so crazy because Doctor Strange ended with the one guy starting to do like go on a venge spree. So I was like, does that matter anymore? Or
yeah,
it
is that
just
still a
gonna-
thing? Like, is
that
that,
the plot?
now that he's been snapped
That's probably
back?
going to be a Doctor Strange thing. That's the
Yeah.
other thing, though. Doctor Strange. So Doctor Strange is weird because that takes place over the course of many years within the MCU.
That is true. That was like almost
Because
like
it starts
yeah,
back because he doesn't exist yet. Then they mention Ultron says his name. Is it Ultron that says his name? Who says his
No,
name?
in Winter Soldier, the bald guy, when they're talking about they're surveilling.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they say
he
Stephen
mentions
Strange.
Stephen Strange.
Stephen Strange.
Yeah.
So,
Wait, which bald guy?
The
back-
Shield agent, the one who they kick off the roof and then Falcon shows up.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember his name. Oh,
Okay.
he's also in the Shield TV show.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
His character.
I just need to catch up. Are you talking about Oh, what's his name now?
The
He has a
bald
bad
guy.
guy name.
I don't.
Dr. Evil.
Yeah.
You're not talking about the one. Oh, him. I'm thinking.
Shadow
I'm
the
thinking
Hedgehog.
of the other guy, the one who blows himself up at the beginning of Civil War. What the hell's his name?
Dr. Explosion.
Oh,
Bone.
Bone something, right?
Bone. Oh, Crossbones.
Crossbones. There, yeah. Sorry, I was thinking of Crossbones.
Bone kill.
Bone Saw.
I know which one you're talking about.
You know the pirates.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
he
he
goes.
mentions Strange.
Well, because there's a lot more Hydra. Hydra's more of the bad guy inside
Yeah.
Agents
Yeah.
of Shield.
But yeah. So
Isn't
like,
the girl an Inhuman though?
Spoiler alert.
What?
Isn't that one girl an Inhuman?
most of yeah.
Because they brought the Inhumans into that kind
Yeah,
of. They've
and
like
then that's-
hinted.
and then that series didn't work. So
Well, they're still supposedly making a movie.
Let's
I
just
know, the TV
scrapping
show.
The
There was the
show,
TV
making
show.
a movie
But,
that sells better.
But like yeah, with the end of Doctor Strange, his buddy's like, oh, no one deserves magic anymore. So is that still relevant, or after the whole?
I think that's going to happen. I think that's a Doctor Strange issue. Because
think that guy-
you have to remember that.
What if? What if?
What if?
The guy who's saying people don't deserve magic anymore, he wasn't blipped away. So he's been the last 5 years planning his big grand
just
thing.
killing sorcerers.
Exactly. Any of them that were still alive, just killing them all. And then when half of them got blipped back, he's like, wait, what the fuck? He's like, what the hell? And so then that's what if?
Open up Doctor Strange 2. Guys
Yeah.
in prison getting like interrogated.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, what I was going to say was, you also have to remember that.
It's that.
Okay, I'll wait.
That painting.
A painting.
What painting? Now we need to see what your
Yeah.
background is.
Hey, you need to show us the back.
You're not supposed to be texting during the show. This is why we don't bring people on.
You text during
It's
the show. all the time. I don't wanna hear
in
it.
at this place up in Jersey,
can't-
Grounds for Sculpture. You can go inside like that Van Gogh painting.
It's a black screen. It's real nice.
Jeez, you guys are so mean.
Anyway, what I was trying to say
That
was,
was nice.
you also have to remember that most villains within one movie or series usually just stay within their own series. So like
Yeah.
he's not gonna be popping up at Endgame, standing next to Thanos, being like, "Oh, we gotta stop the magic over here. No, there's Doctor Strange. Let's stop him." Like he's not gonna pop up in Endgame,
Yeah.
but he's gonna pop up in Doctor Strange too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like, how is that individual storyline going to be affected by
The blip.
The blip.
Right? No, I totally get that.
Yeah.
that's a different thing.
He
But
pulls a. What was Hawkeye's? Ronin, not the accursed, or the accuser. Excuse me. He pulls like a Ronin and just goes around killing wizards instead of killing mafia members.
That was a good scene.
Yeah,
What were we talking about?
we were talking about Far From Home.
we were.
Anybody have any last things?
What do you guys think the next Marvel movie is going to be?
Well, not Guardians of the Galaxy 3 anymore. It was supposed to be.
Rest in peace.
It's still happening.
I know, but not till like 2024.
I don't know. Honestly, I mean, Black Panther only came out like what, a year and a half ago.
It doesn't matter.
It was like
The Iron
February.
Man's movie came out
Yeah.
pretty close.
But like the way
And no, it came out 2 years ago.
I think
Or last year. I guess did Black Panther come out last year?
2018.
Jesus.
Yeah, because it was up for movie of the year
Infinity
for
War
2018.
only came out last year.
Yeah, that was the big selling point.
Shit.
It's like you only have to wait 1 year for the conclusion.
Yeah.
Well, no, I know that, but shit, it feels like it came out so long ago.
It's already on Netflix
It's been on Netflix.
For now,
for
until
now.
Disney comes
Until
and pulls
Disney
everything.
Plus.
Yeah.
Anyway,
What do you guys think the next movie's gonna be?
Spider-Man: Far From Home 2.
Spider-Man even further from home.
I am gonna go.
Spider-Man
and
banging
you know
MJ?
what?
Spider-Man coming home.
I'm
Wink.
calling it. It's gonna be that weird Black Widow origin thing.
Well, yeah, probably. That's supposed to come out next year. So
Yeah. So there's that. Is it gonna be relevant to the timeline? Probably
no,
not.
it's a prequel.
It's a
So-
throwaway movie. I think next movie is going to be
Fantastic Four, calling it. Imagine if they announced it.
right.
Oh, I would poop
Howard the
myself.
Duck.
They're making that into a show on the Disney service, aren't they?
Stop it. Are they?
I thought they were. Are they?
What?
What?
Are you guys both saying this at me?
Are you looking at me because I'm supposed to know? Because I don't know.
Yeah, no, I
We'll
don't
look
know
it up
shit.
later. Ask Siri.
Did you read this on The Onion?
I thought they were trying to make it into a series on the show.
That wouldn't surprise me. I think the next movie is going to be.
So you didn't have an answer to your own question?
I thought about it, but then you reminded me that Guardians of the Galaxy got delayed. Because I was going to say Guardians of the Galaxy,
No, it
and I'm
got
like,
delayed.
wait, there was that thing with the director that did get delayed. So it's too soon for Captain Marvel. It's
It
too
could
soon
be
for an
Inhumans.
Ant-Man. It's Inhumans?
Well, there is a Captain Marvel 2 coming out. It's not too soon for Doctor Strange 2.
Yeah, so I'm
Yeah.
thinking maybe Doctor Strange 2.
And it's not too soon for... Well, it's a little too soon for Black Panther. It's not
It's
too
a-
soon... Well, it'd be 2
it's-
years then, though.
Yeah, but I still feel like it would be...
I mean, if it was coming out, we would have seen a trailer or something.
No, that's
a
not true.
teaser
They're
by
not. They
now.
haven't announced anything yet.
Nah,
They've been
I
keeping
know.
everything lock and key until the end of this month or next month.
They're talking at Comic-Con
I think they're announcing it all
right
at Comic Con.
now. Like-
Comic Con isn't happening
No,
right
there's something going on in San Diego.
San Diego Comic Con is not this week.
And then next week.
Yeah, that's where they're going to announce everything.
Next week.
That's why I said the end of this month.
Hey, Siri.
Yo, this month's almost over.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But yeah. So anyway, guys, in closing, we made it.
We made it.
In closing, thank you everybody who sent in questions. Thank you to our lovely third J tonight.
Yeah.
You can just skip over the part where I got the Kree and the scroll mixed up. That was embarrassing.
No, it's staying in there.
No, everything stays.
Oh no, I'm
Just like
saying-
the part where I.
Oh, you're
I
trying
thought
to
you guys were
you're trying to
pumping
tell
with
them
syndrome.
after they listen to it. Okay,
It's called.
That's how we work.
It's gonna work.
we spoiler it and then we say spoiler alert afterwards. So,
It's a classic.
so thanks for listening to our show.
Yeah. Thank you all for
totally lost my train of
sticking
thought.
with us, being our strong and sticky
Strong
fans.
and sticky fans. That sounds so bad.
Everybody should go see Far From Home and let us know how it is. We didn't actually see it. We didn't actually see it.
Yeah.
So
This
we
is
just
all speculation.
Yeah, this is all
I'm
speculation.
really good at theories.
But yeah, you guys
I'm a great
can
guesser.
you guys can send in. Oh, I hope you're enjoying your push-ups.
Oh yeah. Have you been doing your push-ups?
What day is it?
Today you had to do
21.
Oh, it's the 10th. I am 10 days behind.
It shows too. Anyway,
When this comes out, you'll be even further behind.
when does this come out? This comes out
Monday.
tits. So
5 days?
Yeah, it's 5 days
it'll
for
be
the 15th.
so
15 days away behind.
Josh, what are our two options next week? Our two options next month for the challenge
I don't fucking know.
because we were supposed to put them up in this episode.
We were?
Yeah, but no one sent anything in.
Oh, yeah, Josh, come up with what could be a challenge next month
Pick one.
On
the
the
Josh
spot.
challenge. What is Josh's 30-day challenge?
Josh's 30-day challenge.
for the month of August.
Oh, it's a hot month. That's a hot month.
That's a hot month.
I don't know, guys. I don't like this pressure. I really...
We'll give you a minute while we keep doing some other stuff. Aaron, think of the other one. Think of a 30-day challenge.
You don't have to. It's okay.
No, she said yes.
Oh, you said yes?
Yeah, she said
It
she
better
would.
not be something fitness related. I swear to God.
30-day ab challenge.
What about something simple, just like try to read, a couple books?
That's gay as fuck. Okay, you keep.
Wow, it is 2019.
I read comic books all the time.
Okay,
I will tell
comic
you.
books?
I will tell you when it's time to tell us your option, and we'll have to accept it no matter what.
I
He doesn't
have an
like my
idea.
option.
Well, we're not there yet.
I guess he doesn't like my option. Yeah.
We'll let him think for a
go.
minute. That's not that stupid option. Anyway,
Apparently my fault.
give us
Stupid.
Josh. You have 2 minutes to think of 3 different options.
What?
What is this like?
This is outrageous. You're out of line.
So, guys, you can contact us on Facebook
The J&J Connections podcast.
on Twitter
At Connections J.
Instagram,
The J&J Connections podcast.
J_and_J Connections.
Yeah, that.
Email us at
J&J Connections 69 at gmail.com.
YouTube.
The J&J Connections podcast.
Missing episode 19 still.
Episode 19 will be there eventually.
Eventually, one day. I tried to upload it and it just didn't do it. So
Yeah, YouTube is the only one that gives us issues.
you can listen to us wherever your podcasts are found.
Yeah, and YouTube. Except for episode 19.
Aaron, did you think of something?
I'm thinking.
So it turns out when you Google like 30-day challenges, they're all fitness
I know.
related.
Yeah.
No, there's a website that gave us 100 different options, but 99 of them are stupid.
90, and like the other 80 were for fitness
Fitness
challenges.
related.
That was
Yeah.
good math. I said 99. He said the other 80.
Yeah. For 300.
All right. Do you think of anything? It hasn't been 2 minutes, but I'm
I
out of
like
time.
reading the book idea or reading a book.
So we have
30
days
books,
to
30 days.
Or like
God, no.
no, like
I don't have that kind of time.
you can finish like a book a week. Yeah, 4 books a month.
4 books a month.
Where do you have the time to read these books?
Well, if you go to audibletrial.com/getconnected,
That
you
is
can
called a
browse an
plug.
unmatched selection
That
of Audible
is called a plug.
books.
Boom.
Boom.
Fist bump.
That's
Aaron,
right. You get
Aaron.
one free. Okay, hold on. You get one free audiobook plus 2 Audible originals every month. That's 3 of your books right there.
Right there.
You
That's
could have
3
picked, like,
weeks.
you could have picked the cold shower one. You could have picked the fucking
Well,
anything.
that's my idea.
What was your idea, Jared?
The nothing but cold showers for the month.
Oh, you wanted to bring that one up again? What does Aaron have?
She said cold showers, do a journal every day, or give up television.
For a podcast that spoils movies and things, I don't think you guys can give up television.
Well, hold on.
A spoiler
Hold on.
free month.
Does give up television mean like no Netflix and all that, or
Or
does,
does
it mean,
that mean no using a television at all?
So no cable?
does that mean I can't play video games?
Yeah, does that mean I can't play video games?
I need to know. Does that mean I can't? Wait, I can't give up television because there's TVs at work that are on 24/7.
So you just don't look at them.
How can I not look at them if I'm not
Look
supposed
at your
to?
screen where you're supposed to be working.
Have some
stare at
principle.
my-
Read your 4 books for the month.
Stare at
Asshole.
stare at the computer. My eyes just melt from staring at the screen. I go blind. Shit. So what are our options?
To take nothing but cold showers for the month. Keep a journal every day.
We can only put 2 on Facebook on a poll.
Yeah, but I'm saying those are the 3 that we had, and the other one was give a compliment to someone every
Oh, we're
day.
doing like a bracket here. We gotta pick.
March Madness in July, baby.
Okay. Well, actually, we could do that. So we'll put up.
No.
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 listen.
I'm not doing 9 different polls.
No. We don't have to do polls. Why are you staring at me like that?
I'm waiting.
Guys, this is
don't
a
know.
super long podcast.
I know. How long are we at?
Don't worry about it. It's not as long as the Avengers episode.
By
Anyway.
how much?
I mean, that movie was longer than this one, so.
And then we had
go
2
for,
other
we go for
guests
feature
that was
length.
due.
We go for feature length podcast here.
We'll figure it out by next week.
We'll just post 2 things by the time this episode pops up. Then
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
I say wear a different hat every day.
I can't wear hats at work.
I don't wear hats.
You're the only department that can wear a hat here.
Hey.
Rocking that farmer's hat.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that I'm Jeff.
I'm Jared.
I'm Josh.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing.
I was like, should I do the thing where I go, I'm Evan? Just like,
And
I'm Charles. Wait.
this has been J&J Connections, and you guys stay connected.
Bye. Say bye.
save me.
Bye, guys. Hi, guys. I know we just did our closing, but we forgot to do the Rotten Tomato
Professionalism.
tomato
Good
meter.
job, Jeff.
Hey,
How many times have you forgotten that tomato meter?
I've never actually forgotten it in the episode, though.
Yes,
I
you
forgot.
have.
No, I forgot to pull it up, but I always remember to do it.
Yeah.
I just don't have it up. This time we straight up forgot. Thank you for Josh.
Yeah, Josh.
I'm here.
Ooh.
I did it.
Thank God we have Josh here.
Josh, do you want to do the honors?
Of what?
Guessing first.
No. You ask. So, Jeff, what's a tomato meter? Or, Jeff, how about those scores?
So, Jeff, what's the tomato meter?
All right. Well, what do you guys think? What do you guys think the tomato meter? What do you guys think the tomato meter is?
93.
I'm going to go with 94.
Oh shit. What do you guys, Josh? What do you think
This
the
isn't
audience score is?
Price is right. Yeah.
And 1 penny.
What do you think the audience score is?
You know, I'm gonna go with like 89. I think it's actually gonna be a little.
Really? I'm going to go higher. I'm going to say 97 for audience.
Ooh.
Are these your final answers?
Yeah. Drum roll.
Shit. What was your tomato meter?
Tomato was 94. Audience.
90.
No, 93.
No, you're
93. 93. Audience 97. Drum roll.
I was.
Hold on, you forgot.
I was 94 and 89.
All right.
Drum
What do you
roll.
guys want first?
What do I usually do? I don't ever remember. Tomato
Read
meter.
the first one that's on the screen.
Well, the
Tomato meter.
comes first.
Then do that
Tomato
one.
meter. Let's do it.
90.
90.
Ooh.
I was closer.
You were closer.
All right. And then what about audience?
Did you change your answer yet?
No. We ain't
It
bitches.
is
We
what
locked
it is.
in.
96.
Oh!
Nice.
Whew, it's almost like I do this every week.
Well, not every week, but anyway, guys,
Every other week.
this has been J&J Connections for real. I'm Jeff,
I'm Jared.
I'm Josh.
and you guys stay connected.
Bye.
Bye.